All right. What's good, everybody? Let's make sure we're all set here real quick. Excellent. All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cubs Fancast. It's Nick Izzo here today. Filling in for Mike again today. We're back. Cubs baseball, huh? So home game here. I'm pretty excited about the fact that we got a home game going on here today. Back at Wrigley. The Cubs are here back at Wrigley, so that's always great to see. And yeah, we've got a hit by pitch right here for good old. Wait a minute, you got to be kidding me! Was that Wilson Contreras got hit again? Oh, come on! This is just insane at this point. This is insane. This is truly insanity at this point with this guy. Unbelievable. This dude's getting hit every game, huh? All right, so anyway, Cubs are back after a disastrous day on Wednesday. We were out here in the watching that game. Wow. So Wilson Contreras hit by a pitch here, and that has been a bit of a storyline this year for the Chicago Cubs, to be honest with you. Yeah, that is something you don't want to keep seeing. I think eventually that's going to boil over. But as I've said, if a brawl happens, it happens. Good for team building. Anyway, so we got Rizzo up to bat here. Batting 171 on the year. Not ideal, but runners on first and second. Counts 0-1. No outs. So Cubs are threatening here. Let's see. The pitch comes. And Rizzo fouls that one off into the stands on the third base side. So, man, fantastic, guys. We get to come out here. A nice little Friday. You know what I'm saying? A little Friday game. Get to watch the Cubs Friday afternoon. Have a good time, It's gonna be a good time, I think, guys. So we're buckling in. We're buckling in for a little Cubs baseball day. Hopefully can turn things around from that game that we obviously saw last week. On Wednesday. 0-2 count. And let's see what they go with here. Runners on first and second. It's a high fastball. Rizzo grounds it second. And they can't turn two there, though. So they just go ahead and fielder's choice there. Got the out at first base. So that does advance the runners. So that's awesome. You love to see that. Let's go, Cubs. Hell yeah, Brock. Let's go. We got to get we got to get something going offensively, right? I mean, especially after Wednesday. I was on here Wednesday, and that was a tough one. I think we all want to see them bounce back here. So we're looking Braves defense. They're showing the Braves defense there. They got 3 Gold Glovers on the team, so their defense is no joke. But the Braves are looking a little bit like the Cubs to start the year this year. I think they're 5-8 right now. So this is definitely an opportunity for the Cubs to maybe pick up a couple wins in this series here. So here we go. We got Chris Bryant up to bat. Let's see. If you're familiar with Fancast, Mike admittedly has been hard on Chris Bryant. I think that's deserved, but he has come around a little bit. Chris Bryant, might be growing on him a little bit there. So anyway, runners on second and third. 0-1 is the count here to Chris Bryant. Home at Wrigley. Love to see it. See, got a breaking ball low in the zone, gets fouled off by Bryant, so that's going to push the count to 0-2. 1 out, runners on second and third. Very excited to see the Cubs back in action. The Cubs aren't a bad team at all, just a horrible start. Tide will always turn it out, as it always does. I agree with you, Brock. I was saying this the other day. I was saying this on Wednesday. I think that people need to not be so quick to jump ship with this Cubs team. Think about it like this, guys. We are still not even 10% of the way through this baseball season, right? It's a long season. You're going to play 62 games. Like, think about that. We're not even 10% of the way through the season. So I agree. I don't think they're a bad team. I think that coming into this year, we had some questions about maybe the pitching, right? I think I would admit there were some questions there, but I think the offense will get it figured out. Chris Bryant strikes out there, and obviously not helping me make my point, but I do think that offense will come around, right? If the Cubs had this type of stretch, 10, 11, 12 games in the middle of the season where they weren't hitting, would we really be freaking out like people are right now? No. It's just because it's at the start of the season, right? So, anyway, we're out here, guys, watching the Cubs play at Wrigley today. We're just chilling, man. Come hang out on the stream, Might be able to give away a little money later in the stream. We're going to have a good time. So, 2 outs. The pitch right there is low for a ball. 1-0 count to start here. So we got 2 outs, bottom of the first. Runners on second and third. Now, this has been a problem this year with the Cubs, right? Leaving those runners on. Runners you got 2 in scoring position right now. Got to have something happen here. Got to put the bat on the ball, right? My hope is on Wednesday, I was so frustrated because they just wouldn't swing the bat. They were just watching strikes go by. Just try to make some contact here, guys. So Jock's up here. And that's a ball outside. 2-0 count to Jock Peterson. Jock Peterson, I'm just going to, I'm going to be honest, an interesting addition so far. Batting 108 on the year. 1 homer, 4 RBI. An interesting addition so far. I think we can all admit that. I think we all have high hopes for him. So far, been a little bit down, but who hasn't, right? Who hasn't? Once again, I think it's just a rough start. Like Brock said, it's just a rough start. I think they'll work their way out of it. That's in their first strike. So we got a 2-1 count here. Jock Peterson looking to make something happen. Gotta be able to drive in some runs here. You got runners in scoring position, 2 outs, and these type of situations have really plagued the Cubs all year this year, guys. So let's see what we can do here. Man, looking a little chilly at Wrigley today. I didn't look up the temperature there. Full disclosure, I do not live in Chicago. Did for the first 25 years of my life. I do not anymore, as Jock Peterson will fly out to center field to end the first inning. So Cubs can't get anything going there. They leave some runners on first base, unfortunately. But, guys, I'm going to go ahead and send you guys to a little commercial here from a little podcast that I do. I'm going to give you guys a little taste of that podcast if it's something maybe you're interested in. But there is some good news, though, too. Scientists are actively trying to understand how the water bears are able to be so resilient for a bunch of great reasons. And I'll turn here to Thomas Boothby from TED Ed. Like if you ever see on YouTube, like TED Talks, their education platform. So he said that scientists are trying to understand how water bears stabilize their biological molecules under extreme conditions, because they believe that we may be able to apply that knowledge to help us stabilize vaccines or develop stress-tolerant crops to cope with climate change, which I think is super cool. Like the fact that we might be able to use the information that we gain from these animals to help protect humanity from the effects of climate change on our food sources and potentially more, to be honest with you, viruses and bacteria that could potentially and probably more than likely will affect our day-to-day life. The fact that we could use information that we gain from studying these micro animals to protect us from some of that stuff is really, really cool. He goes on to say they might also give us clues as to the environmental limits of biological life and how to protect astronauts, in addition to helping us answer the question of whether or not life can be supported on planets less hospitable than our own. I mean, come on, when has that been more relevant than right now? We have a rover on Mars right now. Elon Musk is talking about wanting to colonize Mars right now. So once again, this could be wildly helpful to understand that question of how are they able to do this. But, I go back to the point that I made earlier, which is they don't know the answer to that yet, though. All right, guys. Yeah, like I said there, that's just, it's a little podcast that I do. If you're interested in learning new stuff, guys, check it out. It's pretty much everywhere you can find podcasts. So all the audio platforms, YouTube as well. But yeah, anyway, so we're rocking and rolling here, guys. We got the Braves coming up to bat here. Top of the second. It's just a nice little Friday for some Chicago Cubs baseball. Just the weather looking a little chilly, not too crazy, but you definitely see the people with the coats and the hoodies on. So that first pitch right there, ball. That's a high. It's called the ball there. Looks like a high fastball. I tried to squeak in, didn't get in there. And that second pitch will be foul down the first baseline. So 1-1 count to open the top of the second here. Chicago Cubs looking to hopefully turn things around from the way that they looked in Milwaukee on Wednesday. Maybe coming back home will help that. Swing and a miss there. 76 mile an hour. Nice little breaking ball on the outside there. You got to love that. Got to love that. 1-2 count. Let's see what we got here. Let's see maybe another breaking ball on this. This next pitch. Let's see. I'll tell you what, the Cubs pitching, that really been less of an issue for fans as we get a low ball there that bounces in the dirt. 2-2 count. It's been a little less of an issue. I don't see as many people, in the Cubs. And when I say fans, I'm talking about, Twitter, right? I'm talking about Cubs Twitter. I think that's where you can check the pulse of the fan base nowadays for whatever team you like. Another ball fouled off there. Still a 2-2 count. Top of the second. Aziel Bias up to bat. Don't know if I'm saying that last name right. That's what we're going to go with. That is what we're going to go with, though. 2-2 count and the pitch. Fouled back again, keeping this bat alive here on the Cubs fan cast. Let's see here, guys. So, I'm going to keep harping on it because I think it's important. The Cubs right now, off to a not ideal start, but certainly no reason to have your hair on fire. As Albias grounds back right up the middle and is thrown out at first base. I'll be honest. I think right now, not exactly what you want to see. But, you're playing a Braves team that isn't doing great this year at home. Long home stretch here, too. I believe the Cubs are going to play 11, 12, something like that in a row at home here. So, nice little home stretch for them. See if they can get the momentum turned around here a little bit. See if they can find some of that offense at home. I don't doubt it. I think eventually you're going to have the law of averages says eventually they will start to hit it, guys. So, once again, no reason to jump ship, but there we go. So, here we go. 1 out, top of the second. 1-0 count. And, the Chicago Cubs are a team where I think the offense, it's always tough when coming into a season you think you have a strength and then it just doesn't show, right? In any sport, it doesn't show right away. It oftentimes gets people a little worked up, but you just got to be patient, especially in a sport like baseball. It's a lot of adjustments that can be made, a lot of nuances to this game that I think people don't always take into account. And it's just a long-ass season. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's just a long-ass season. It's just the reality of it. So, here we go. 2-1 count. Delivers that's a foul ball right there. Fouls it, tips it right off the plate there. 2-2 count here, 1 out, top of the second. No runners on for the Atlanta Braves. So you always like to see that. Davies' pitch count's at 25 right now in the second. Not the worst, not terrible. It's really come down to a situation where I'm not even so much looking at this pitching as, make or break, right? We got to give these guys some support, right? You got to give these pitchers some support with some runs. So it's a ball outside. That'll bring us to a full count here. Full count, 1 out, top of the second. Braves and Cubs are tied at 0. And the pitch. Low breaking ball. 76 miles an hour again. Not bad. He's got some good control here early on in this game, it looks like. Strike zone is not as giant as Laz Diaz had it on Wednesday, and that's an important thing to note because, let's be honest, that strike zone on Wednesday was insane. I don't know that I've seen a strike zone that big in a long time. Maybe not since I was about 11 playing pony baseball have I seen a strike zone like that. And that's a deep foul ball down the first baseline. Count stays full. But yeah, I don't know if I've seen that big of a strike zone in a very, very long time. So hopefully this crew today, that home plate ump will tighten things up there. Anyway, guys, if you're seeing the bottom of our screen there, you'll notice our title sponsor today is Fiverr. Look, if you guys are trying to take your business to the next level, Fiverr is the way to do it. It's an awesome tool that you can use, especially if you're one of these people, and that's a ball outside. Davies will walk that batter on over to first there. So runner on first for the Braves. But yeah, Fiverr, it's a great tool for you guys. If you're running a small business, it's a great way to sort of be able to operate at a high level, especially when it comes to like video stuff, graphics, things like that. It's a great way to operate at a high level for a low cost. So I would recommend to everybody check it out. I've used it myself. I'm not out here trying to promote something that I haven't used myself. It's a phenomenal tool. And yeah, so go ahead and check those guys out, guys. Fiverr, great resource for you guys to grow your business. Going to go ahead and throwing over to first base there. Just make sure we're keeping the runner honest. Top of the second, runner on first, 1 out. Just want to be sure. Maybe looking for, if you're the Braves here, you might be looking to steal a bag. I don't know. You got Wilson Contreras back there, so you're thinking, it's not the easiest thing in the world, but that's a low breaking ball in the dirt. Contreras fields it though. No steal attempt there. Had he gone on that one, probably would have made it. I'll level with you. That was 76 and in the dirt, probably making it on that one. All right, here we go. So Davies' pitch count sits at 30 right now. 1-0 count here. 1 out. Top of the second. He sets. And he's going to deliver a low in the zone that's fouled off down the third baseline. 1-1 count. Got all the players out here today rocking the Jackie Robinson number 42 jersey. You got to love to see that. I'm very happy to see that. That's pretty cool. That's cool. I like how baseball has done that over the years. It's awesome to see. So everybody's out there in 42 today. I got 42 on the side of the hats as well. And that'd be some cool merch. Maybe I'll go snag a Cubs hat with that Jackie Robinson 42 on the side. As Davies delivers a low ball to make the count 2-1. 1 out here, top of the second. But yeah, it's a little Friday afternoon baseball. You can't beat it, really. A little Friday afternoon, Cubs baseball. They're playing at home. That's just a great day, guys. I'll be honest with you. It's just a great day. Davies showing his grip here. Looks like he's gripping a two-seam fastball. Don't see that hand moving around in the mitt. And 77. Look at that. 77. That ball is breaking away from the batter there, swinging a miss, and that's going to bring us to a 2-2 count, I believe. Here in the top of the second. Runner on first. This will be that's a pitch you're going to look to, if he makes contact with that, you might get the double play there. So wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to that here. 2-2 count. 1 out, top of the second. And yeah, he's going to go low in the zone, 78 miles an hour, and that's a strikeout for Davies there. Strikes out the batter. 2 outs. Top of the second, runner on first. Love to see it. It's a great pitch right there. It's moving low and away from the batter as it comes in. It looks like a fastball coming out of his hand, and then all of a sudden you are just way out ahead of it with that swing. You don't know what happened. You're looking at the guys in the dugout are probably making fun of you. But that's what you're going to get with this type of pitcher. So anyway, 2 outs here, guys. Top of the second. Davies going to check on over to first. Just once again, keeping that runner honest. Want to make sure we're not getting too big of a lead over there. Don't need anything crazy happening with 2 outs here, top of the second. Just want to keep them honest. Understandable. Very understandable. Let's pull this up here. I want to make sure I got Twitter loaded up here. The Cubs Twitter world is phenomenal. I enjoy it. It is a good time. It is an absolutely great time. And the Cubs fan base, right? I've been a Cubs fan my whole life, and it's just it's the best. It's like the best community in sports. I love it. There's something about going through all those years where we struggled that I think just brings the fan base together, and everybody's kind of, for the most part on the same page, and it's a nice thing. It's a nice thing. I understand people are a little upset right now, but they're upset because they care. They're just upset about the start to the season because they care. That's a high fly ball. It looks like Javi's going to call for it, and he makes the catch kind of right behind the pitcher's mound there. So Cubs get out of that inning unscathed, and now we'll see if we can make something happen. Cubs come up to bat. Let's see if we can make something happen, right? It's really just that simple, guys. It's really just that simple. Now, we got an opportunity to put some runs on the board, and got shut out the other day. So this is now, 10? Yeah, this is now 10 innings without a run. Hoping to change that here in the bottom of the second, but Either way, it's tough, right? It's tough. Got Zach Davies on the hill though. I'm feeling good about him today from what I've seen so far. Now let's see if looks like Javi. Yeah, looks like Javi will be leading off this inning from what I'm seeing here. So, yep, looks like we'll have Javi leading off this inning. Not bad. Although, in fairness, I would everybody go ahead and buckle in. He's probably going to try to hit this thing 700 feet. Right? That was the issue that we had on Wednesday. It felt like struck out 3 times on Wednesday, and that happens with Javi. We all know this, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's really a situation where we just want to see the Cubs make some contact. That's all it is. Just want to see the Cubs make some contact. But yeah, guys, it's here at Cubs Fancast. We're just trying to bring you guys a game, the Cubs games from the perspective of actual fans. Hang out on the street, or on the stream. On the street. What am I talking about? It's Friday. Long week, right? But yeah, hang out on the stream. We're just trying to bring a broadcast that is by actual fans, right? I've been a Cubs fan my whole life. Lived in the southwest suburbs for the first 25 years of my life, and then I moved. However, I've been a Cubs fan my entire life. And so is Mike, right? Mike's usually on the stream. Some of you guys might be familiar with Mike, Cubs fan his entire life. And look, we've been doing this for a long time. We are very familiar with the Chicago Cubs organization. Been to Wrigley many times, love it. And we've got inside sources, you know what I'm saying? We got sources that work in the ballpark. We're not out here just joking around. This isn't us just out here dicking around. We really do this. We are real. We're as real as it gets when it comes to fans. So we're just trying to be able to provide like the way that we see the game as fans and just kind of, make it a little bit of a fun time on the stream. So we're just hanging out, chilling. We like to try to give away some money from time to time. But yeah, Hizzers Wines Whiskey says, let's go, buckle in. It's time to buckle in right here, baby. When you got this guy up to bat, I mean, you absolutely got to buckle in because he is going to let that thing fly. And that first pitch, he gets hit by a 91-mile-an-hour fastball right on the elbow as well. And things, okay. So the hit by pitch seems to be, just sorry, guys, I'm seeing that replay there. Golly, 91 miles an hour just hitting him on the elbow. And I've said this before. I understand pitches get away from guys, right? I get it. Looks like maybe it hit him a little more on the forearm there. Javi doesn't seem pleased about it. And, Wilson Contreras gets drilled in the first. And it's like, what is going on here? We're just going to hit, I just don't understand. You got two batters getting hit by pitches. And the Cubs were 2 innings in. Like, what is this? I just don't understand. I just don't understand. I know that pitches get away from people sometimes, but I mean, these are major league pitchers. You're telling me that guy can't locate that fastball better than that? Just sometimes you got to wonder. So Jason Hayward steps up. Runner on first here. We got Javi on first for the Cubs as he takes a ball low. So 1-0 count here. Jason Hayward up. No outs in the bottom of the second. The Cubs have a runner on. Let's see if we can make something happen here. Let's see if we can make something happen. Hayward was really the only bright spot in the Cubs offense, I felt like, on Wednesday. I believe he had a base hit, maybe 2, if I'm remembering that correctly. And, he was kind of the only guy that was able to figure out Burns on Wednesday. So let's see if he can put one in play here. Let's put the bat on the ball. Let's see. He fouls one off. So it's a 1-1 count here, guys. 1-1 count. Jason Hayward up. Javi's over there on first base. Javi not really taking a lead off at all. He's just standing on the bag, and the pitcher checks over the first, I guess, without looking. I don't know. Okay. All right. So, yeah, bit of an interesting game so far, guys, to be honest. 2 hit batters already on the Cubs. Wilson Contreras gets hit in the first, and then Javi gets hit in the second. And I don't know. Unfortunately, that's been a big part of the Cubs offense. As Jason Hayward drives the ball past the second baseman, and Javi's going to go ahead and head on over to third. So Cubs have runners on first and third here. No outs, bottom of the second. They are threatening a little bit here, guys. I am happy to see it. Jason Hayward, like I said, pretty much the only guy that made anything happen on Wednesday offensively. Got a base hit at least against Burns, who pretty much looked like the greatest pitcher I've ever seen in my life on Wednesday, as the Cubs had him looking. But yeah, so you got runners on first and third here. No outs. Bottom of second. And yeah, this is fantastic, guys. We're making a little bit of momentum, right? That's all it takes. Sometimes these slumps, all you need is just a little bit of that momentum, right? All you need is a little bit of that momentum shift, and man, gotta love it. See, Mike Green, Cubs trending down. It looks like so far this year, I'll level with you. Absolutely, so far this year, not the start we want there, Mike. But let's see, you got a ball driven deep to right center. It looks like a little miscommunication, but the Braves will catch that as Javi's going to tag up and score. So the Cubs take a 1-0 lead there on the sac fly. Runner on first now. There we go, and the fans are pumped up, and of course they are. That's the first run we've seen in, 10 1/3 innings now. So that is the first run you see. Cubs are pumped up in the dugout. I'll be honest with you, kind of wish we were acting like we'd been there before. But you're breaking that slump, and I understand that's a big deal for the team. But you do kind of, it's one run, guys. So got the pitcher up to bat here, Kyle Davies. He's looking to maybe bunt, and that's a strike on the outside part of the plate. So 0-1 count here. You got Davies up to bat. Sorry, Zach Davies. Did I say Kyle Davies? I don't know. Anyway, Zach Davies. Zach Davies up to bat here. And the infield is definitely playing. And the third baseman is essentially parallel to the pitcher right now as Davies squares that bunt. It's a beautiful bunt down the first baseline. He will move the batter, or move the runner over, rather, to second base. Phenomenal. Let me see. Nice. Sorry, just got a pretty exciting text about the future of Fancast, guys. If you're enjoying it, look, here's the deal. We're trying to bring you games that are broadcast by the fans, right? So the fans of these teams, just get on the stream and hang out a little bit, have a good time. Trying to give away some money from time to time, so that's always a good deal. But we figure, why not come watch the Cubs game or just listen to the game, right? You can use us as the radio if you want. That's no big deal, as a replacement there for the radio. So, you come hang out with us on the stream. We have a good time. We just watch some Cubs together, some Cubs baseball together. But, man, I'm hating seeing these hit-by-pitch scenarios. It's like I just don't understand exactly what's going on there with that. And I think inevitably that's going to boil over at some point. Somebody's going to take offense. You're going to hit the wrong guy at the wrong time. He's going to take some offense to that. And I don't know if you necessarily want a man holding a baseball bat feeling pretty angry towards you. So I think these opposing pitchers, I don't know, just might want to take into account the fact that eventually you're going to be the guy that somebody gets pissed at. You are going to be the guy if you keep hitting these batters. So just an interesting, weird-ass start, to be honest, to the year. It's weird that the Cubs Instagram put out that compilation of Wilson Contreras getting hit by pitches. And, it's a very odd thing. But anyway, Ian Happ takes the ball there. Sorry, guys, it's a 3-0 count on Ian Happ. I'm over here talking about hit by pitches, not even keeping you guys updated. It's a 3-0 count, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Runner on second. Ian Happ probably just going to go ahead and watch this one go by, I would imagine. And he does. That's a strike at the top of the strike zone. Very, very top of the strike zone, according to the K zone there. But it does squeak by. So 3-1 count, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the second inning here. Runner on second for the Cubs. Another runner in scoring position with 2 outs, though. So the tricky part here continues to become the Cubs are leaving a lot of those guys on. Let's see if Ian Happ can change that. And the pitch is outside. Ian Happ's going to go ahead and head on over to first base. So he's walked, right walks him. Now we got runners on first and second. 2 outs, bottom of the second. And I tell you guys what. I just love seeing fans in the stands right here. And I understand they're not at full capacity. I completely understand that. People wearing masks and stuff like that. But, yeah, I mean, come on. Who cares, right? We got fans in the stands at the end of the day. That's a great thing to see. Fans in the stands, especially at Wrigley, especially at Wrigley, would be phenomenal. All right, let's see here, guys. So 2 outs, bottom of the second. Runners on first and second. And let's see if the Cubs can get something going here. Let's see if we can get some going. Once again, got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, and that has plagued the Cubs a little bit this year, being in those situations. So let's take a look. See, Wilson Contreras watches a strike go by there. 0-1 count, 2 outs, bottom of the second here. And the pitcher sets. And that pitch is going to be, looks like a little bit of a slider there. 87 miles an hour coming in outside of the plate for a strike. Who you cheering for? The Chicago Cubs there, Stevie Holland. All day, every day. All day, every day. The good old Chicago Cubs. Love the Chicago Cubs. Loved them my whole life. I've been to Wrigley many times. Was actually lucky. My dad had some really awesome tickets through his work when I was a kid, when I was playing baseball as a young fella. So we got to go to a lot of games. Love the Chicago Cubs. As Wilson Contreras fouls that ball off here. I have $200 on the Cubs. Hell yes. That is what I'm talking about right there. That's a good bet, I'll be honest with you today. It's a decent bet. I believe the Cubs were favored when I took a look at it. Maybe, what were their odds? Like minus 120-ish, maybe? I don't know. I was looking at a couple today. But I do believe they were favored. So that's a good bet, man. I like it. I'm going to be here rooting for them right along with you. We might get a couple bets going on while this game goes, guys. We might get a couple bets going on. So remember, on Fancast, anytime we put some bets out there, as that ball, that pitch is outside for a ball, 1-2 count. Every time, I don't know if you're familiar with sports betting, $200 wins $400. It was even money. Yes. Yes. Yep. $200 for 400. Absolutely. They were plus 15 yesterday. It was 150. Okay. Yeah. Minus 115. Okay, cool. Yeah. I thought it was in that ballpark, or that minus 120. Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. I love it. I'm pumped, man. We'll be right here rooting for you. So here's the deal, guys. If you're new to Fancast, every now and then we'll play some live bets during the games. And the way that works is we will split the winnings of those bets. As Wilson takes another ball there in the dirt, we will split the winnings of those bets with anyone that retweets our pinned tweet. So our pinned tweet on Twitter is this stream. It's you just go to the Cubs Fancast Twitter page. If you retweet that, helps us get a few more viewers, and we will pick a person that retweets it and split our winnings on our bets with them. That's something we've done for a long time. So we do that on all the Fancast channels. Just trying to be able to enjoy the game with you guys. So. That's something that we do fairly regularly. We'll probably look to get some action in as this game goes along today. 2-2 count here, and that pitch is outside. So that'll bring us to a full count. Runners on first and second here in the bottom of the second. Cubs are up 1-0. Got their first run in the last, 10 innings. Just got their first run for the first time in 10 innings. So, maybe this is where we start trending up, right? Maybe this is where we start trending up. Full count, 2 outs here, bottom of the second. Runners on first and second. And that pitch is hit up the middle, and it'll be fielded by the second baseman right behind the bag there at second. He throws out Wilson in the inning. So, Cubs with the 1-0 lead here. They go ahead and break that scoreless streak. And we're going to go ahead, guys, and send you over to a quick promo here for Fancast. If you're a small business owner, please take a look at this video. Don't log off yet. Real quick, just if you are a small business owner, similarly to what I was talking about with Fiverr earlier, we've got another great opportunity for you. So let's go ahead and check that out real quick.
Hey, Fancast.
What's going on, everybody? All right, so getting a little cool information here. Damn, it was muted. All right, we'll get that one back in a sec. I want to get to this real quick. I'm getting a little message from my producer here. So there is a tweet on Twitter from a man. His handle is @aliteralturtle. Sharkfax Jones is another way you can find him. And he tweeted out that the child in front of me at this Cubs game is at his first baseball game, and we are doing everything in our power to get him on the Jumbotron. I am more invested in Tyler's first game than I am in my own future. And the hashtag is hashtag get Tyler on the Jumbotron. So here's what we're trying to do, guys. He's in row 305, he's in section 305L, row 1. He's with his dad, according to Sharkfax Jones. He's with his dad in section 305L, row 1, seats 23 and 24. He made his own sign. Let's make his dreams come true. Here's the deal. We got to get this kid on the Jumbotron. We have to. This is our goal for the rest of the day. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is going to be our goal for the rest of the day. We're going to get this kid on the freaking Jumbotron, no matter what it takes. It's just what's going to happen. So if you're tuning into this right now, here's what we need to do. We need to start getting that hashtag going. We need to start retweeting these tweets from Sharkfax Jones right now. Because come on. I mean, if you're a Cubs fan, like, let's be honest. Like, we got to get this kid on the Jumbotron. He's at his first game. We're seeing it on Twitter. It's right here. We're seeing it on Twitter, okay? We got to get this kid on the Jumbotron. So we're going to try to use the power of Twitter here and get this kid on the Jumbotron. Looks like Tyler, right? So once again, those tweets about the section he's located in are coming from Sharkfax Jones on Twitter. And that's his handle is at a literal turtle. Let's get it going. Let's go. I'm with it, says Hizzers, Wines, Whiskeys. Yes. Guys, we got to get this kid on the Jumbotron. Come on. I think a lot of you watching, you're obviously Cubs fans. You've been to Wrigley. You know what that's like. This is this kid's first game. There's like, I don't know, how many people are in the stands? There's not that many people in the stands. Like, we can definitely make this happen. We absolutely. So, let's get it going. Go ahead and hand over to the Fancast TV, the Cubs Fancast TV Twitter page. I know our guy Scott running the Twitter right now is going to kind of stay on top of that. So let's try to get this kid on the Jumbotron. I love it. I freaking love it. Let's go. All right, Cubs, go ahead. Get a ground out there to start the inning. So we already got one out here. Davies, I believe that was what, the first pitch of that at bat? That's excellent. Yeah, fantastic. Gotta love it. Tyler at his first game. Man, there's nothing like Wrigley. Isn't that the case, man? There's just nothing like it. There just really isn't. There's just nothing like it. I mean, I have so many good memories there. Like I was saying before, I've done, we were there a lot as kids. Spent a lot of time at Wrigley. Like I said, my dad had some pretty awesome tickets, so we got very lucky to be able to do that. Spent a lot of time there. Like I said, got some sources that work at Wrigley right now. So, we're just over here on the Cubs Fancast TV. We're just diehards over here. Love the team. Just want to see him do good. But, man, trying to get Tyler on the Jumbotron. I love it. Nothing like it. It was always fun when you go to those games as a kid. You'd you'd watch like the replay later, like on WGN or like the news in Chicago, and try to see if you could see yourself on any of the replays. Crazy foul ball might come down might come down the foul line where your seats were at, or home run might get hit into your section out there in the bleachers, and you're just trying to always look for yourself on camera, which was kind of awesome. So probably a lot of people have memories like that. But, man, if you guys got a good memory of Wrigley, if you got a good one, throw it in the chat. Freaking love it. We had a guy the other day that was talking about he's going to his first Cubs game next Tuesday. So he was asking for some tips. We told him get there early. That was one that got said for sure, as that one's fouled in the stands, and a fan catches that one. He's going home with a souvenir. 2-2 count here. One out, top of the third. Cubs are up 1-0. But, yeah, we told him to get there early. That's a big thing at Wrigley, especially for your first game. I mean, you just got to be able to take in the atmosphere, right? So that's a huge one. I was saying I'm a hot dog guy. I like the hot dogs. I'm a fries guy, French fries guy there. We had what else was getting talked about there? Cotton candy that got thrown out there a little bit. They got some crazy stuff now, though. They got some pretty wild stuff you can eat. So, yeah, and then you can always get like a beer that costs as much as your car payment. So that's always fun too. You can always try to figure out if you're going to pay your car note that month or buy 3 beers at the Cubs game. So that's always fun too. And let's see, Zach Davies gets a fly out there. So you got 2 outs here in the top of the third. And yeah, if you guys saw that coming, I think I figured out that technical difficulty there. So next time around, we'll go ahead. I'll run that commercial back for you guys. But thank you for pointing that out, because I would not have known. But anyway, guys, Top of the third, 2 outs. Cubs are up 1-0 here, and I mean Davies is dealing a little bit. I'm not upset at it. He got the run now. He's got a little help here, and that was kind of what was tricky about Wednesday was you didn't feel like Arrieta was pitching terribly. It was just the offense couldn't help him out. But 0-1 count here. Davies tries to squeak two-seamer in there inside to Freddie Freeman. It doesn't get called a strike. Tough thing about that K zone is it does show these inconsistencies with the strike zone with some of these umps. Felt like that one should have been a strike. Davies goes outside there on that pitch for a ball. So 2-1 count here, 2 outs, top of the third. And we're just watching some Cubs baseball on this Friday, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see here. Davies deals low and outside for another ball. And that'll push the count to 3-1. 2 outs, top of the third. Pitch count for Zach Davies here, 49, almost through 3 innings. So not horrible. He was working pretty quick earlier in the game. Now some of these batters are kind of starting to, it looks like, figure a little bit of this out. So we'll see how that plays out as this game continues here. But full count now after that pitch. Top of the third, 2 outs. And let's see if Davies can head us into the dugout here unscathed. Freddie Freeman, hell of a baseball player, though. Let's see what we got. Davies sets in the pitch. And that's going to be driven foul down the third baseline. So full count. Freddie Freeman keeps that at bat alive here in the top of the third. Chicago Cubs baseball here on Fancast. You got to love it. All right, and the pitch is going to be low. So Freddie Freeman will go ahead and take first base there, and that's tough because that's a long at bat there, and you end up walking the guy. I don't know. That was a pretty low pitch. I think he was probably trying to get him to chase there, but 76 and that low, I just don't know. Davies isn't really, with a breaking ball pitcher, his stuff moves, and he's got decent command, but he's not throwing. He doesn't have a ton of movement, right? He's not gonna throw. He doesn't have this big 12-6 curveball that's gonna drop in there. I mean, that's just kind of a low. That's just very low. 76 miles an hour. He's not. Freddie Freeman's not swinging at that. And let's see. He starts this at bat off outside for a ball. So 1-0 count. Runner on first base. Top of the third here. 2 outs. Cubs are up 1-0 on the Braves to start this series. First game of the series here. So nice little NL series playing the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta Braves, interestingly enough, the closest Major League Baseball team to where I am currently located are the Atlanta Braves. So get a lot of Braves games out here. Don't really watch them, but a lot of my friends out here are pretty big Braves fans. So the Braves are definitely a big deal out here. That's going to be driven out to left field, past Javi in the left field. Jock Peterson fields it. That'll keep the runner there at second, rather. So runners on first and second now. Top of the third, 2 outs. Braves are threatening a little bit with 2 outs here. Gonna need to. This next at bat's gonna be a big one. Next at bat's gonna be a big one here. Let's go ahead and buckle up, right? What do we say? We gotta buckle up every time Javi bats for sure, but gonna want to buckle up here on this one, and hey, just make solid contact. Drives it out there to left field. Let's see here. Kyle Davies' pitch count sitting at 55 right now in the top of the third. Not super ideal. Here. All right, Davies with a little bit of a breaking ball up top that gets fouled off. 0-1 count here. You got Travis D'Arnaud up. Arnaud? Sure. I don't know, man. I'm not a linguist. Sometimes I get these names wrong. Not trying to do it on purpose. Don't want to offend anyone. Just, not a linguist. Not always familiar with the pronunciation of all the players on these other teams, as this is Fancast. This is Fancast. I don't know if everybody watching it knows the names of these guys. So he's going to take a ball to left field, and Jock Peterson bobbles it. And that allows the runner to score. I mean, that's going to be... Oh, man, Jock. Young Jock out there in left field. So he fielded it fine. The ball was hit out. It was like a shallow fly ball. It bounced. It was a one-hopper. Let's see the replay here. Comes in. Looks like that little like kind of two-seam type of action. He just goes down and gets it. Puts the bat on it. And drives it out there to left field. Jock Peterson comes in, fields it off that first bounce, kind of a goofy bounce, and as he's trying to take it from his glove into his hand, it's just he can't get a handle on the ball, and that allows that runner to score. So that's tough. I mean, that's absolutely what causes that. Now you got Davies with the pitch inside for a ball. Man, that's just you can't have that there. And like I said, Jock Peterson is just tough. He's an interesting guy this year for the Cubs. Not exactly what we want. Not exactly what we want to see there. Yeah. So another pitch inside there, another ball, 2-0 count now. Runners on first and second. Top of the third, 2 outs. Got to make that play. You got to make that play. You can't bobble that. Now Wilson's going to come out and talk to him. Try to maybe calm Davies down a little bit. You got Rizzo coming in there. You got Bryant coming in there and the pitching coach. We're just going to have a little conversation. Try to settle him down a little bit. Still can get out of this inning, right? Runners on first and second, 2 outs. I understand it's a 2-0 count. But you can still get out of this inning relatively safe. You just don't want to let these type of things snowball. You don't want to let these mistakes compound at a time like this. Man, you just, yeah. Unfortunately, you just can't have those type of mistakes out there in left field. And that's been the problem. Like Jock Peterson, he hasn't really been hitting. And then you have a situation like that, and I just makes you scratch your head a little bit. You don't love to see it. But like I said, try to remain optimistic about the Cubs. I try to remain optimistic. I'll try to remain optimistic about Jock Peterson, to be honest. We are less than 10% of the way through the season as that ball is fouled off to move the count to 2-1 here. 2 outs, top of the third. Davies just trying to work out of this a little bit. Trying to get out of this inning with just that one run given up. Sorry, I need to take a drink there, guys. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of these situations where things can compound a little bit. Those mistakes can compound. So another ball fouled off there. That'll bring it to a 2-2 count. 2 outs. Huge pitch coming up right here. Huge pitch. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what Davies has got. I'm thinking we're going to go low. Maybe that little two-seam action. I could see that coming. What do I like to do on my free time? Good question, man. Let's see here. Someone's fouled off as well. Yeah, I mean, I like to watch the Cubs. I'll be honest with you. I like to watch sports in general. I coach high school basketball. So, I'm a big sports fan. Like to watch a little sports, like to hang out with my fiance, hang out with the dogs a little bit. Like to hit the beach. I'm lucky. I live at the beach. So, if you get an opportunity to go down to the beach, you always got to take that opportunity. So yeah, I like to get out there. I like to get out there and do a little bit of that, Go down to the beach, maybe have a couple beers, something like that. Just try to hang out. I'm a pretty laid back guy, I'll be honest with you guys. You might be able to tell just from listening to me watch these games, but generally pretty laid back guy. Anything sort of laid back, kind of what I'm into. But yeah, Steve, man, thanks for hanging out with us today. Everybody in the chat, really. We had Steve, we had Mike earlier. We got his, hers, wines, whiskeys. Brock was in here earlier. I don't know if everybody's still in here, but man, thanks for hanging out. That's what we're trying to do here. We try to get the chat going a little bit. Try to give some people some money. Just try to create a little community, right? We're all Cubs fans watching this game right now. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what we're seeing, right? Let's talk about what we got the Cubs going on. What are they doing here? Yeah, huge pitch here. 2-2, top of the third, 2 outs. Davies sets. That's going to be a breaking ball, and he lines out to second base. Beautiful. You'll love to see that. Love to see that. So he does get out of that there. I mean, 1 run. I mean, it's 2 hits. I'm just chilling at work. I dig it, Steve. I dig it, Stevie. Just chilling at work. I feel you. I'm lucky. I work from home, so I'm able to kind of schedule my stuff around this, so. But I feel you, man. I'm glad you're joining us. Make your workday a little better, hopefully. Win, and if you win that $200 too. I mean, let's be honest. That's gonna make anyone's workay better, guys. Here's what I'm gonna do since we're in between innings here. Let me go ahead and try and run that commercial back for you real quick. If you are a small business owner, or maybe you work at a small business, just go ahead and check this out. This is a cool opportunity that we're trying to offer people. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let's see if we can make this work here this time.
Hey Fancast, how we doing? I'm Scott with Fancast, and I want to let you know about the thing that we're doing for small businesses that want to advertise with us. If you're a small business and you have a 15 to 30 second commercial that you want to advertise with us on Fancast, feel free to send that to me on Twitter, Scottyo32, or you can upload it to our website in a couple days once we have the feature working, and we will advertise for you on our Fancast for free.
All right, I think we got to work in that time, guys. So, like you saw in that promo, if you are a small business owner, work for a small business, anything like that, what we're trying to do, we want to really help out small businesses, right? Fiverr is a large business. We'll with our sponsors, we'll kind of work with them, and it's obviously a larger business. But what we're talking about here on that is very specifically small businesses. We want to try to help you guys out. Want to be able to run some commercials for you as our channel grows. We want to be able to give back in that way, right? We want to be able to give people an opportunity to get their business out there in the world. And, we don't want to charge these small businesses for that. We don't want to do anything like that. We want to help them. That's our goal here. Helping these small businesses, especially in these places where these teams are, right? If you're a small local Chicago business, I mean, think about it. Your audience right here, who's watching this? Cubs fans. They're going to see it. They're going to see the clips that we put out from it. They're going to see all that stuff. So, we really want to help you guys out. So, if you are interested, go ahead and send us any type of promo video that you've got if you're interested. But anyway, once again, shout out to Fiverr, our title sponsor for the day. If you guys have a small business, you're trying to have Fiverr, or you're trying to look to grow your small business, rather. Fiverr is a great tool to do that. It's a great tool to be able to find some experts in some areas that you might not be that strong in, right? Maybe it's graphic design, maybe it's video editing, maybe it's photo editing, something like that. Fiverr is a great place to do that. So you guys go ahead and check out Fiverr and use the promo code. Use the promo code in the description on Fiverr, and that'll get you rolling a little bit. I'm telling you guys, I've used it before. You'll be very pleased, I think, when you see the type of services that Fiverr offers. So check it out. Use that promo code in the description. Rizzo's up to bat here with that goofy-ass batting stance that he has. We talked about that the other day. Love the guy, right? My name's Nick Izzo, Anthony Rizzo. Our households always loved the guy. But I tell you what, man, you don't see a lot of people. He's got to have one of the 5 goofiest stances in the MLB, right? I understand there's some wild ones. Don't get me wrong. But, come on. You never see anybody hit like this, right? But, I don't hate it. When he's on, right? I'm all fine with that crazy little stance when he's knocking the ball around the park. So 3-1 count for Riz here. Let's see if he can make something happen. He's going to foul that one off back. Somebody's getting a souvenir there for sure. Full count here. No outs. Bottom of the 3rd inning, guys. And we're just watching Cubs baseball on this Friday. Hanging out, having a good time. Anthony Rizzo up to bat here. Looking to make something happen. Looking to open up this inning. Get on base here. Just really want to put the bat on the ball, which I think the Cubs have done a better job of today, certainly than they did on Wednesday. Let's see here. Wright's going to go ahead and deal one into Rizzo, and Rizzo's going to, that's a very inside pitch. He's going to go ahead and hit that foul down the first base line. Just kind of turned on it and knocked that thing there. If he takes that pitch, definitely a ball. Definitely getting to first base, but, he gives it a rip and fouls it off. So 3-2 count, bottom of the 3rd. 1-1 game here, guys. And that's foul down the first baseline. Guys and gals, I should say, right? What am I doing? Guys and gals. I always call everybody guys, right? You're from Chicago. That's a normal thing. But, I'll tell you what, when I moved down to the South, they do not like that down here. They do not. Some people get very offended. You refer to a group of women as you just say hey guys, I have heard it from them. My fiance's heard it from them. They do not like that. Rizzo's going to strike out swinging there, guys. So we're 1-1 game here, bottom of the 3rd, 1 out. And the Cubs are, I don't know, right? Because here's the tough part. So you don't score for 10 in the 3rd innings, and then you do. But the way they've been playing this year, everybody I think is still a little on edge. Just wanna make sure that's not an anomaly there. Want to see really want to see the tide turn a little bit, if I'm being honest, on some of these offensive woes that they've had. But yeah, it's weird. It's like the two Cubs storylines this year, at least for me, is we keep getting hit by pitches, and we're going to get into that, but we keep getting hit by pitches and just struggling offensively. And Bryant's going to go ahead and ground out to third there. So 2 outs, bottom of the third inning here. And yeah, I think, I'll be honest, like I said before, I think, one of these times somebody's going to get hit by a pitch. Cubs are going to take offense to it, and I don't mind a brawl in baseball. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I think it builds a little bit of team building. I'll be honest. I think it's a little bit of team building. I don't see anything wrong with that. You go out there getting a little scrap, a little fisticuffs. Nothing like a little fisticuffs to bring a team together. And the Cubs, honestly, right now, they're in a little bit of this where they're going kind of up, down, They're getting in this slump. Maybe that breaks them out of the slump. You had what? Pitching coach got thrown out last week. That didn't do it. Maybe you got to get into some fisticuffs. I'm not promoting violence here, but these are grown men. Somebody drills one of your teammates with a fastball, maybe get some fisticuffs. Jock Peterson's going to fly out to left there and end that inning very abruptly. Cubs can't really get anything going there, guys. That's just 1, 2, 3. I think my man threw 3 or 4 pitches there. That is not ideal. But I'm going to go ahead and send you guys over here real quick to a commercial here in between innings. Once again, guys, do a little podcast. Try to teach people some things that I'm learning. Anytime I learn something new, I try to do an episode on it. And so, just going to give you guys a little clip from that. Just give you a little taste of that in case you maybe want to check it out. Right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. It's good to be back. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. I started this podcast just to really promote lifelong learning. I've always been a person that enjoys learning new things, and I feel like I'm constantly looking up really just any new information that I learn. I love to just kind of learn something new and then Google it and learn more about it. And I decided to make this podcast and just sort of share with you guys the things I'm learning in the world and hopefully be able to promote lifelong learning and just you kind of doing your own research and looking into things that maybe interest you. So if you're new, welcome. If you're back, it's good to see you back. All right, we're back, guys. So yeah, that's the reason I started the podcast, right? And so if you're interested, just check it out. It's pretty much anywhere you can find any podcast. It's on YouTube. You can just go right now. If you pop on over, we're in a little commercial break to the Cubs game. You can see the YouTube channel. It's just Nick Learns Everything on YouTube. But if you guys are interested, want to support me in any way, shape, or form, that would be awesome. So, check it out. If you like it, share it with your friends. That's all I can tell you. But let's go ahead and check Twitter out here a little bit. Let's see. Karen says, Peterson is barely competent defensively, and of course, that hot Mesa bat is still missing. I mean, damn straight. She's not lying. It's like, what is it? I mean, the dude, I don't want to do it. I don't want to get negative. But man, does that dude move like a robot out there in the outfield. Like, he just does not know what's going on. Not a super athletic fella, and kind of screwed us early in this game. And it's not like that isn't the way he's been looking this year, right? Now, the bat was hot in spring training. She's right. Haven't seen it yet. I'm less worried about that. I'll be honest. This is a guy who's played a lot of baseball, won a lot of games. He's probably going to figure that piece out. But the fielding piece is like, geez, man. Hate to see it. All right, so got the Braves up to bat here. David's going to start out with a strike there. So we got a 0-1 count here. Braves are starting out top of the fourth. If you guys are tuning in with us, thanks for hanging out. We're trying to have a good time here on this Friday. Watch the Cubs a little bit. So he's going to go ahead and let's see. That batter's going to go ahead and ground out to third there. Man, that was a close one. That was close. Bryant fields it. I mean, he threw him out. That's a close one. Ooh. All right, so ground out to third to start the inning there. Bryant makes play. Charges in here, looking at the replay here. Bare hands it and bounce kind of. Let's see, did that bounce? Yeah. Bounces it over to Rizzo, but see the replay there. It's good out. Good play. He barehanded it beautifully. The throw kind of thrown across his body there. And not a great throw to Riz. Riz kind of has to catch it on that goofy-ass one hop, but he does it. First pitch to the next batter is a ground out right there to short. So real quick, 2 outs here for the Cubs in this inning. That's what Davies needed right there, to be honest with you. That is absolutely what that dude needed. A couple of quick outs, and hopefully we can go 1, 2, 3 here this inning. Big at bat right here. Let's see. Let's look on over at Twitter. Let's see. Is this the first game the Cubs got a hit in the first inning? If not, sure seems like it. Yep, it does. It does. I agree. Let's see if yeah, a little bit of Jackie Robinson stuff on there. It's cool. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I dig it. All right. Let's check it out here. So, going to open up this at bat here. Davies does a strike there. 0-1 count. 2 outs. And, man, I'm wondering, okay, we gotten that kid on the Jumbotron yet. Can't forget that. Let's get my man on the Jumbotron. Go ahead and head over to Twitter, you guys. If you're just joining us now, you see what we're talking about. But got a kid at the game today. There's a kid who is at his first Cubs game, made a sign and everything. We're trying to get him on the Jumbotron. There's a little bit of action on Twitter trying to do that. So go ahead and head on over to Twitter real quick, Cubs Fancast TV, and you can kind of see what we're talking about there. But go ahead and check that out, guys. We're trying to get my man on the Jumbotron. I don't know if he's gotten it yet, but I sure do hope so. That's a nice little mission we've taken upon ourselves today, and I think I'd love to see it come through. It's going to be a base hit there to left field, and it's like, hit it at Jock Peterson. That's the move, I guess. But yeah, so nice little base hit for the Braves out to left field, and unfortunately that's going to put a runner on. So Davies will go ahead and face his fourth batter of the inning. Let's see if he can get out of this inning. Once again, just unscathed would be nice. Be very, very, very solid. But let's see, guys. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what these Cubs are up to here. A nice little strike there to open up this at bat. Pitch into Kyle right there. So he's throwing to the pitcher. Should be in good shape here. 0-1 count. Whenever you got the pitcher batting, you feel good, except for on Wednesday when we gave up 2 RBIs to the Brewers pitcher. So you know what? I'm not gonna assume things like that with this team for a little while. Give me a little more sample size. Let's get some more pitchers out, and then I'll feel a little more confident. But I don't. I mean, that situation on Wednesday kind of, yeah. That was just upsetting. So I guess I'm still a little scarred from giving up those 2 RBIs to the pitcher on Wednesday. But let's see what we can do here. 0-1 count. It's going to be a ball outside there to bring us to a 1-1 count. 2 outs, top of the fourth. The Cubs and Braves are tied 1-1 here. Guys, in between innings here, we're going to take just a quick little break. I'm going to go grab another water here real quick. Just like 2-3 minute break. So bear with us. I will be back, so stick with us. But if you're on here right now, just gonna go grab some more water and stuff. So if you guys can just hold tight, that would be awesome. In between innings here. Yeah. So you got 2-1 count now to the pitcher, and this is a situation where I would just love to see it strike. Let's just throw a strike here. 2-1 count. Let's just get out of this inning. Sometimes we're just dicking around when these pitchers come up to bat. That's how it was on Wednesday. That's how it was a little bit last week. Let's just get it moving. Wright goes ahead and drills a ball down the third baseline, and Jock Peterson bobbles it again. Oh my, guys. Oh man, this team. Freaking brutal. So here's what you got there. Here's what happens. The Braves pitcher drills a line drive down the third baseline. Gets called a fair ball. I'd love to see a replay. It was close. That's why I say that. And Jock Peterson bobbled it. Now, they didn't score. Looks like the runner on third actually might have maybe pulled a hamstring or something. He's going to come out of the game, it looks like. But, yeah, that's probably a hamstring. He kind of comes up hobbling there. So they'll get a pinch runner over there to third. But Jock Peterson just bobbles it again, and that could have been another run. It wasn't, thank God, but it could have been. I mean, look at it. Okay, here's the replay. Man, I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. I really don't, because you've got a guy, and look, I hope he figures out the bat, but he hasn't been hitting either. And that could have been another run. I mean, luckily it wasn't. So I guess let's not overreact. But, This is Major League Baseball. Like, we don't have room for, like, this guy to be just bobbling the ball every time it gets hit out to him. It's just the reality of it. Now, I hate to say it, but it just is. It just is the reality of it. So, anyway. Runners on second and third now. I wonder if he doesn't bobble that, is that a first and third situation, right? You wonder. But now, unfortunately, Davies, 74 pitches in the top of the fourth, not ideal. 2 outs, runners on second and third, and he's got to figure out a way out of this. You're giving up a double to the pitcher, and you got to figure out a way out of this now. We really wish I could have seen a replay of that, how close that was on that third baseline, but that's okay. First pitch to this batter is fouled off. Let's see who the Braves have hitting. It's tricky. I'll be honest with you guys. Okay, Acuna. It's funny because like if they don't zoom in on the guy, they're all wearing 42. I'm not super familiar with the Braves roster here, so if you notice, I'm not being super specific. That's why. But Acuna batting .434 on the year with 7 homers and 14 RBIs. I mean, the dude is a monster. Like, he's an absolute beast. So, not exactly a guy you want to see here with 2 runners in scoring position. But, once again, let's see if Davies can work out of it. Nice little 2-seam fastball, 88 miles an hour. Paints that outside part of the plate there. Got an 0-2 count, 2 outs. Now you got a little room to work, which is nice. Now if you're Davies, got a little room to work. You don't want to give Acuna anything he can hit here with an 0-2 count. Let's see. So he sets. High and outside for a ball. So 88 miles an hour. Looks like he was trying to get that same spot there. That edge of the strike zone there. The outside part of the plate. Acuna batting here from the right side of the plate. So Davies kind of trying to stay away. Trying to hit that left side of the plate here against him. It's a 1-2 count here. And the pitch is going to get fouled down the third baseline. So Acuna stays alive in this at bat. Another 88 mile an hour pitch there. So it's 3 pitches in a row. Davies 88. Looks like 3 two-seam fastballs there. Those 2-seam fastballs kind of moving back in, right? So like on a right-handed hitter, for example, like Acuna, it'll kind of move back in towards him. That's what I mean when I say that. So 88 miles an hour, and it's just got a movement to it where, if you want to throw it outside, you can throw it a little out of the strike zone, and hopefully it'll come back in, right? And you kind of that's where a lot of those you'll get those guys looking. 77 low and away for a ball here. Man, Davies, when he's trying to locate low, it is just in the freaking dirt, isn't it? Yeah, it is just in the freaking dirt. Wild. But anyway, guys, if you're enjoying the Fancast, please head on over to Twitter. Hit us with the retweet. We would really appreciate it. Helps bring more people to the stream. That would be awesome. We would really appreciate it. 87 miles an hour there. He fouls it off. Somebody's going home with a souvenir on that one, too. He skied that one up, looks like, down the first baseline. So 2-2. 2 outs, top of the fourth. Runners on second and third. Davies pitch count at 80 here in the top of the fourth. So we're definitely going to see some bullpen today. We're going to see, I think, a fair amount of the Cubs bullpen today as we keep going, which is interesting because obviously that is what kind of blew the game open on Wednesday for them. Got into that bullpen and the game kind of gets blown open there. So curious to see what they're going to look like today, but I doubt we're going to see a ton of Davies. He misses that one low, trying to locate low again, 88 miles an hour, and misses low. And Contreras has to kind of just smother that one. And that's when he's trying to throw it low, like I said, he's not really in the strike zone, or even remotely close. And it's weird because it's not like he's not throwing these pitches that are coming into the strike zone and then falling out of it. It's just never in the strike zone. I just don't think these guys are going to swing at that. Let's see here. Full count, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Huge pitch. He sets. And that pitch is outside, and it's going to be hit for a base hit to right field. That's going to score 1. They're sending the pitcher, and that'll score 2. Braves take a 3-1 lead. Man. So you start this inning out with, 2 quick outs. Yeah. And then there we go. So that ball's driven out to right field, and that'll bring in 2. It's tough. It's a lot of what baseball comes down to, right? How do you play with 2 outs on both sides of the, And Hayward fields that, but not in a way where he was ever going to be able to throw right out. Is that second runner? Or right was the first runner, rather. That second runner there. Man, top of the fourth, 2 outs. Runner on first. Cubs are down 2 now. It's 3-1 game. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Check throw over there. He's back to first, safe. You hate to see it. This inning starts out promising, and it's just that easy, at times, right? Get somebody on, things get dangerous. Got to finish innings on offense and defense. Like, you just have to. You got 2 outs. Like, that's where it matters, right? It's like third down in football, right? Third down matters. You got to win third down, right? You got to win these 2-out situations in baseball. It's just what it comes down to. So Davies sets here, 2 outs. Starts as a bat up, ball outside. So that's a 1-0 count, and he's just struggling. He's not locating anything right now. I think he's struggling a little bit. You might start to see the Cubs. I'm curious. They'll show the bullpen here, I'm sure, but you might start to see them start warming somebody up. He's just really struggling with his command right now. It's an inside pitch fouled off. 1-1 count here. It's fouled down the first baseline. Man, right now, the only good thing we got going for us on this Fancast is hopefully we can get my man Tyler on the Jumbotron. Got a kid at the game. First game ever. Let's get him on the Jumbotron. We're tweeting about it, so go over to Twitter. Check that out if you're new. I'm seeing people kind of popping in and out of the stream, so if you're new here, trying to get this kid on the Jumbotron. Davies delivers that ball. That's hit up the middle. It's a great play there, but not in time there. Javi tries to make a play and can't get there. Kind of slipped, it looked like, as he fielded it, and just missed throwing that batter out at first base. So Braves have a runner on first and second. Yeah, so Javi fields it right there on the replay. Javi fields it behind the bag, slips a little bit, and that slip, it looks like just that was it. Yep, slipped as he was fielding it and just could not make up for it there. Tough. Yeah, tie goes to the runner on that one. And now it looks like we may be going to have another meeting here on the mound. Got the whole infield in for this one. Of course, not a great situation to be in for the Cubs here. Got runners on first and second. Braves are up 3-1 in this game. 2 outs. Davies trying to work out of it. And so far, I'll be honest, though, the Jock Peterson fuck up in left field hurt him, right? That hurt him because they scored on that one. Javi slips there. Inadvertent, I understand, but that hurts him again, right? And so I don't want to be too hard on Davies here. I think he's struggling controlling his pitches a little bit. I don't want to be too hard on him. I'll be honest. In fairness, we're really not making the plays that we need to defensively. That's just the truth. It's just the truth. So at this point, when you play those AL games, you got to think what? It's got to be Jock Peterson as the DH, right? Because if he can't field, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know, man. I'm just a guy on the internet, right? I don't know. I'm curious. I'm curious what you guys think. I'm curious what people's take on Jock Peterson so far is. Because I'm trying to be optimistic, but you see Twitter. Like I said, Twitter's upset at the fielding. I'm upset at the fielding, and then when the bat's not there, it's gonna be hard to have a lot of people defend you. Looks like the Cubs maybe have a little bit of a shift on. Nope. It's going to be grounded to Javi at short, and he falls down again. Braves try to score that runner and from third, and he will. Javi threw it home. Wilson Contreras drops it, and the Braves score another run and go up 4-1. And, yeah, that's another ground ball hit right at Javi, and he can't make a play. Can't make a play there. Unbelievable. Another seemingly routine ground ball. Javi goes to field it and essentially just falls down. He gathers the ball, and then as he's like his momentum just took him to the ground. Throws the ball to home. It's a low throw. Wilson Contreras can't hold on to it. And the runner actually slides. It looks like misses the bag entirely. So once again, if Wilson Contreras catches that, that's an out. There's just a ton of mistakes defensively today. Just a ton of them. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. And look, it's a 4-1 game. I didn't think the Cubs were going to win this game like 2-0 or something. So, you're going to have to score some runs, but it's tough. Got to play defense to win. Got to play defense to win. I mean, it's that simple. It's really that simple. Got to be able to make the easy plays. That ball is going to be ground out to Chris Bryant at third. That will finally end the mess of an inning that inning was. The Cubs on the day, down 4-1 against the Atlanta Braves. And like I said, guys, I'm going to just take a quick break here. I'm just going to go ahead and throw up a quick little break here. I'll be back in 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, so we're just going to throw this break up real quick, and I'll see you guys on the other side of it. All right, what's going on, everybody? I'm back. Yeah. Funny story for you guys. Cubs are up here, runner on first, bottom of the fourth, one out. You guys won't believe it. You might, every now and then, I don't know if the stream catches it. You might see my dog. They got two little cute chihuahuas. And I tell you what, guys, you know how I said I live at the beach? So you know when you live, or like when you're down by the beach, you get like those little lizards every now and then. So I walked outside, and wasn't paying attention, right? I got like a little nice little screened in back porch area. And there was a little lizard on the dog bed, and I was like, "Oh no, they're gonna freak out!" You know, the chihuahuas, they're gonna freak out. Neither of them saw it. Walked right up next to it, right, with their little feet right next to it. Never saw it. I couldn't believe it. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I thought, "Oh, they're gonna freak out. They're gonna tag it. I'm gonna have to do, I'm not gonna be able to come back get on the stream." Nope, just totally missed it. Not really the guard dogs that I expected them to be. I'll be honest. But anyway, all good. I'm back now. We got bottom of the fourth, 1-1 count, one out. And runner on first for the Cubs here. So maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe. It's I missed that Javi at bat. So I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not 100% sure how he got on. I don't know. Honestly, at this point, down 4-1, it doesn't really matter. To be honest, it doesn't really matter. 2-1 count, bottom of the fourth, one out. Cubs trying to make something happen. And what we're trying to do, guys, we're trying to make something happen here. I'll be honest with you. We're trying to make something happen by getting my man Tyler on the Jumbotron here. This kid in the stands for this Cubs game that we're trying to, on Twitter, we're trying to get this kid on the Jumbotron. Apparently he's got a sign there. We got somebody in the stadium saying he's got a sign. It's his first game ever. So do what you can, please, guys. If you're seeing this, just help that. It doesn't, not us. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Maybe you're like, "Nick, you suck. I'm not helping you." Fine, don't help me. That's okay. Help this kid. Help this kid to get on the Jumbotron at Wrigley. First game ever. Come on. You know you all have a good, like a beautiful memory from Wrigley, right? We've all had a good time. Come on. You've all had a good time at Wrigley. You know, the thing I like about Wrigley is I had a good time at Wrigley when I was, 14. And that's one type of time you can have there, right? That's one specific type of fun time you can have at the stadium. When you're 14, it's a different type. And then there's another type of fun you can have at the stadium, which I also had when I was like 21, 22, 23. So, it's just a great place. It's just a fun place. And so my man, this little man's there. First game ever. We find out about him. We're on Fancast. We're just trying to get him on the Jumbotron, guys. That's all we want to do. That's all we want to do. Got my dog creeping around back there. You guys can probably see her now. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See? She's right over there. That's what I'm talking about. It's a wild time. But anyway, Cubs with the runner on second now. Full count, one out. Bottom of the fourth. Oh, they're going to call that a strike. And I'll be honest, the K-Zone would probably agree. Man. That's tough. Strikeout looking. That might... How many times have the Cubs struck out looking today? At all? Is that the first one? Interesting. That's an improvement then, huh? That is an absolute improvement from Wednesday. Okay. Fantastic. All right. So Matt Duffy is going to be up, pinch hitter, batting 125 on the year. But once again, you never know how many. He's played 7 games this season. So batting 125. They're going to go ahead and bring him in, which means we have seen all we're going to see out of the starter for today for the Cubs, I'm thinking. So probably the right move to make there with Davies. And like I said, we're going to see a hell of a lot of the bullpen then. So let's see if we can get something going here. 1-0 count, bottom of the fourth, 2 outs. Cubs with the runner on second. Let's see here. Pitcher sets and delivers a strike there. 85 miles an hour on the outside of the plate, guys. If you're at home, remember you can always click the game on, right? If you're a Cubs fan, wherever you watch the game, I'm streaming it on a different platform than you guys have back there in Chicago. But I'm because I'm out of town. But either way, you can cut on the game wherever you're watching, and remember you can always sync up with us. Hit mute. You see the batters I'm talking about, right? So you see where we're at in the game. Bottom of the fourth, 2 outs. We got a hit by pitch right there. And that is the third time this game that Wright has hit a Cubs batter. And, I mean, come on. And look, that I get it. That's a breaking ball that didn't break or whatever. But like, come on. Oh, I'm level with you guys. I just saw the replay. I don't know that it hit him. Might have got lucky there. Oh, nope. You see the pants move there. Yep. Barely. Kind of grazed him right on the quad there, but we'll take it. A runner on base is a runner on base, right? That's what we want. So, Chicago Cubs now, runner on first and second, 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. Braves are going to have a little conversation, it looks like. We're going to have a little conversation with their pitcher. Make sure that things are as they would like them to be. We've got Javi over there at second. We'll see. Ian Happ up to bat. Ian Happ can definitely put the bat on the ball here and get the Cubs right back in this game. Huge at bat here. 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Once again, we are in a situation this year that has been difficult for the Cubs to have some success in. Ian Happ's going to watch an 81-mile-an-hour slider just slide right on in there for a strike. So we're going to start this count 0-1. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. Cubs are down 4-1. And guys, we're just Cubs fans. We're just watching the game, shooting the shit, hanging out on the stream. And it's a good time. So Ian Happ's up to bat here, looking to maybe make something happen. He's going to ground the ball to second base, and that's going to be a routine play for the Braves. They're going to throw him out at first. And at the end of the fourth, the Cubs fail to score. Once again, runners in scoring position. And we're going to go to the fifth with the Braves leading 4-1. Guys, here's the deal. I do a little podcast. I do it. I know. It's a joke. Everybody does one. I know. Everybody does one, right? That's the joke, right? Like if you're a white guy in your 30s, start a podcast or something like that. That's the joke, right? That's the joke everyone makes. But I do one. I think it's good. My mom thinks it's good. And I think we're the only 2 opinions that matter. But you might think it's good too. So I'm going to go ahead and hit you guys with a little clip of it. And we'll go ahead and see you on the other side. But there is some good news, though, too. Scientists are actively trying to understand how the water bears are able to be so resilient for a bunch of great reasons. And I'll turn here to Thomas Boothby from TED Ed. Like if you ever see on YouTube, like TED Talks, their education platform. So he said that scientists are trying to understand how water bears stabilize their biological molecules under extreme conditions, because they believe that we may be able to apply that knowledge to help us stabilize vaccines or develop stress-tolerant crops to cope with climate change, which I think is super cool. Like the fact that we might be able to use the information that we gain from these animals to help protect humanity from the effects of climate change on our food sources and potentially more, to be honest with you, viruses and bacteria that could potentially and probably more than likely will affect our day-to-day life. The fact that we could use information that we gain from studying these micro animals to protect us from some of that stuff is really, really cool. He goes on to say they might also give us clues as to the environmental limits of biological life and how to protect astronauts, in addition to helping us answer the question of whether or not life can be supported on planets less hospitable than our own. I mean, come on, when has that been more relevant than right now? We have a rover on Mars right now. Elon Musk is talking about wanting to colonize Mars right now. So once again, this could be wildly helpful to understand that question of how are they able to do this. But, I go back to the point that I made earlier, which is they don't know the answer to that yet, though. All right, guys, we're back. If you like that clip, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about on the podcast, right? We're talking about some science stuff, some space stuff, technology. I might talk current events every now and then, just anything that I'm learning about. So if you like it, check it out. I'd really appreciate it. All right, Braves up to bat here to start off the 5th inning. Let's see. Ozzie Albiaz is going to lead them off here. The Cubs have brought Adam in off the out of the bullpen, so you do see that change, that pitching change that we thought would happen, and you had to figure, that was probably coming. Then you see the pinch hitter, and it's coming. He's going to start this batter off with 2 balls here. Two balls to start the count. So we're 2-0. His Wines Whiskeys says, I'm at work and not watching the game, but has the ivy grown in? Not seeing any ivy, unfortunately, out there yet. However, I'm going to be curious when it's going to come in. I'm not an expert, not an ivy expert. I love the ivy, not an ivy expert. I'm sure there's a lot of really good landscaping companies and stuff in around Chicago, like people that are experts that could tell us, but I'm not even sure when it's going to grow in. But anyway, guys, speaking of all the great landscaping companies in and around Chicago, if you are part of a small business or own a small business, as that pitches a ball, they'll take the count to 3-1. If you are part of a small business or you own a small business, you can always check out you can always send us a commercial, rather. You can always send us an advertisement or promotion for your small business. So we would love to be able to play that on the show and help some businesses out. So if you are interested, go ahead and send us if you got a promotional video for your business, go ahead and send us that, and we will play it on the stream for free. A lot of Chicago Cubs fans watching. Could be a good business opportunity for you. We want to provide that to you for free. I should learn about it sometime. You're right. I should learn. I should learn about that ivy sometime. Absolutely. I'm not a botanist. Not a botanist, not a linguist. We discussed that earlier too. Not a botanist nor a linguist. Sometimes I get the names wrong of some of the players, but you know whose name I'm not going to get wrong right there? You know whose name I'm not going to get wrong? Adam. As he strikes out the batter to open the inning. So you got to strike out there. Now, what's interesting in this game, guys, is I've been talking about how the Cubs have sucked defensively all game. I mean, it's just been awful. It's been tough to watch. Just a dumpster fire. And they're little mistakes. I would have thought for sure that one of these would have been ruled an error at some point, and they have not. Cubs have not been charged with an error yet in this game, which is very interesting. So, 1 out, top of the 5th. He's going to start this. Yes, he's going to start this batter off with the ball there. So the count is 1-0. And yeah, it's been a lot of tough defensive situations today. It's not that the Cubs are making these glaring mistakes, but they're just not making the simple plays. You guys know what I'm saying? They're just not making the simple defensive plays. As Adam goes ahead and throws a strike in there for bring the count to 1-1. 1 out, top of the 5th. Yeah, they just haven't made the small defensive plays. The stuff that the simple stuff, right? The fundamental plays. They have not been able to make those fundamental plays defensively, and it's why the Cubs are down 4-1 right now. Honestly. The count here on that ball will go to 2-1. 1 out, top of the 5th. It's what it's come down to. It's come down to these small defensive mistakes. And those small defensive mistakes have really hurt the Cubs today. Sometimes it's about the fundamentals. It's another truth, right? It's another truth. Got to play defense. Sounds simple. I know it sounds simple, but it's true, right? It's kind of the same thing. Got to make the fundamental plays, especially defensively. You got to make those fundamental plays. It's just that simple, at the end of the day. Sometimes sports are just that simple. 2-2 count here. 1 out, top of the 5th. Adam taking his time on the mound. Goodness. And the pitch. It's going to be low. 95 miles an hour. Low and inside. For a ball. Full count here. 1 out. Adam with a little bit of a goofy pitching style. He kind of loads it back almost behind he kind of loads it back right behind his ear, and then it's almost like just kind of he's like a catapult almost. It's almost like a little delay at the back end or something. It's kind of like It's a hitch. It's not really like a delay. It's like a hitch. It's kind of a little bit of a loop, and then it comes right out. It's an odd pitching style. He's throwing 95. So after Davies is out there, and Davies doesn't throw hard by any means. I think the highest we saw him hit today was 88. So Davies is not throwing incredibly hard, but he's got a little movement on his pitches, right? Not throwing incredibly hard. So these batters haven't been seeing somebody just come in here and throw hard all day long, and I think that's interesting. We'll see how that plays out here as we go along. Full count, 1 out, top of the 5th. And the pitch. It's going to be low, and he's going to walk him. Unfortunately, puts a runner on. So, got a runner on first here, top of the fifth, one out. Good opportunity here for a double play. See if you can make it happen. See if you can make it happen, Adam. I felt good about Davies being able to get into that opportunity. Now, it didn't happen for us today, but, we'll see. Let's see. Maybe the Cubs can get a double play ball here. Still a lot of baseball to be played. We're just over halfway through this game, so a lot can change here. The Braves can make a run, kind of blow the doors open, and then the Cubs are going to be in trouble. By the same token, though, Cubs can very easily, get a run here, 2 runs in the bottom of the fifth, and this game changes. So these are going to be some pretty pivotal innings in this game, I would imagine, this 5th and 6th inning. More than likely going to kind of carry a lot of weight in this game. And so we'll see. We'll see. Cubs have the highest strikeout percentage for relievers on the season. It's very interesting. Braves are 5th. You love to see that because I know that was a concern. You couldn't be sure about the Cubs relievers coming into this season. You really couldn't. So that's great to see. The bats will just catch up. Honestly, you feel like you're in pretty good shape, right? I mean, to be in the position that they're at right now, with as poorly as they've hit, the bullpen looks really strong. If you start to get those bats turned around, things will change fast. And that's why I say not even 10% through the season yet. Let's just chill. Let's kind of wait and see. Get a timeout here called by the batter, it looks like. Ump calls a timeout there. Looks like, ump calls a timeout there. Looks like the Braves are trying to get a steal there. Might help the Cubs there. That might help the Cubs there. All right. Let's see here. We're going to have a pitch. Runner on first. 1 out. Top of the 5th. It's an 85-mile-an-hour ball in the dirt there. Wilson Contreras handles it, though. That runner's not able to advance on that pitch. 2-0. Count. 1 out. Runner on first for the Braves. Cubs trying to get out of here. Keep this to a 3-run ball game. You never know, though, right? That's kind of been the thing. It's kind of been the thing all year. Because if you remember on Wednesday, when the bullpen came in, that's when things started to take a turn, actually, which is unfortunate, but that is exactly what happened. That's when things started to take a turn. So just guess I'm still a little gun shy when it comes to my optimism after Wednesday. That pitch is going to be high for a ball. 92 miles an hour now. 3-0 count. Runner on first, 1 out. Not ideal. Not the ideal situation you want to find yourself in right now. If I'm being completely honest, this is not the spot you exactly want to be in. 3-0 count. 1 out. Runner on first, top of the 5th. And the pitch. That's going to be a strike. He goes ahead and takes that pitch. Just like they teach you in Little League, right? 3-0 count. Just let it go. Make him throw a strike. Phenomenal strategy in Little League. You'll get on base about half the time on that one. That's a wild guessing game there. I think, as you get to this level, not so much. Braves are gonna go ahead and steal, and he's there, safe. Yeah. Yeah, he's running on that one, and he'll get there. You're going to have the Cubs pitching coach come out now. Probably time to have this conversation with the... Yeah, probably time to have this conversation with the pitcher here. Runners on first and second. Top of the 5th, 1 out. If you're just joining us, it's the Fancast. It's the Cubs Fancast. It's a good time. We just come hang out. Cubs fans, we're in the chat. We're on the stream. We're doing our thing. So if you're new to the stream, welcome. If you're back again, thanks for tuning in. But yeah, it's Cubs Fancast. It's just fans. We're just hanging out. We're talking shit. We're doing what we do, Cubs fans. This is by Cubs fans for Cubs fans, and that's the point of Fancast, right? So if you guys are tuning in, thank you. Best way to follow us that's not the actual stream, guys, is on Twitter. So if you are trying to follow us, Twitter is the place to go. I've got my handle here. If you're looking at the screen right there. And then that's myself personally. And then you've got the Fancast TV page as well. That's Cubs Fancast TV on Twitter. So runner up first and second. 1 out. Top of the 5th. Looking to potentially get a double play here. It's going to be an important factor that you want to look for here. I don't know. That's just me trying to sound smart. An important factor that you're trying to look for here. Come on. What am I talking about? It is definitely going to be what they try to go for, though. So, you see it right there. You got that 12-6 curveball, 78 miles an hour, low in the zone, bounces in the dirt for a ball. Just trying to keep these pitches low. Maybe see if you've got, get that batter up on top of the ball there. You get a ground ball, double play. That's what you're looking for here. Yeah, I'm back. His, Hers, Wines, Whiskey's back again. So real fan right there. Back again. Fan of the Fancast. Fan of the Fancast, obviously. Yeah, back again. 1-0 count here. 1 out. Top of the 5th. Cubs looking to maybe get a double play here. Going to go ahead and throw back to second. Try to keep that runner honest. He's safe. Just trying to keep him honest there at second. Just stole second, so might be getting a little nervous here. Maybe just getting a little too big of a lead. Just want to keep him honest. He sets. And the pitch. Swing and a miss there. It's going to bring that count to 1-1. 1 out. Definitely taking a look over there at second. Definitely taking a long look. Just want to be safe here. Like I said, once again, you get in a situation like this, and if a team put together a couple base hits here, they can kind of blow this thing wide open. We saw it the other day, honestly. So, huge situation here for the Cubs. 1-1 count, 1 out. Really taking a long look at second. And that fastball's high for a ball. So he's taking a long look over there at second. I mean, he's checking. He's definitely concerned a little bit about that runner and misses that pitch there. Maybe it's because he's thinking a little too much about the runner. It could be just that easy. Let's see. Throw a strike here, man. 2-1. Fouled off. 2-2 count now. 1 out. Top of the 5th. Cubs are down 4-1. Cubs are down 4-1 at Wrigley. You don't love to see it. You do not love to see it. But first game of the homestand. A lot of game left to be played today, so I'm going to stay optimistic, guys. Sometimes you don't want to be on here being a dick. You don't want to be on here being a Debbie Downer, and let's be optimistic. 2-2 count, 1 out, top of the 5th. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Now we got a 3-2 count. Whoa, wait. No way. They called that a ball? They call that a... My dog's messing around over here, guys. Sorry, I'm looking over at her and not paying attention. What? Wow. Cubs, Stropes were warming up in the bullpen right now. So we're seeing Strope warming up in the bullpen. That feels about right. 3-2 count here. 1 out. Yeah, huge pitch coming here. Really taking a long look at second once again. And that's a 93-mile-an-hour fastball for a strikeout. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. Wilson Contreras throws it down to third. And he looks at the batter, gives him a little shake of the head. No, sir. Not stealing on me. Love it. You love to see it. So, strike him out, throw him out, double play. Strikeout, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Gets him looking. And then a beautiful play by the all-star catcher, Wilson Contreras. Throws the ball down there, third base to Chris Bryant. And they get that force out. That's incredible. So, that's the momentum swing that we like. That's the momentum swing that we like to see. That is absolutely what the Cubs needed right there. That is phenomenal. Ah, love to see it. Love to see it. All right, let's take a look here. Let's look at let's go ahead and pull up Twitter again. I kind of like pulling up Twitter. I like kind of seeing what's going on in the Cubs Twitter world here. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right. Cubs have been hit by pitch 65 times in the David Ross era. Next closest team, the Mets at 54. Time to start throwing at guys. Manfred is a joke. Fire this team up. Oh, right. Garrett from Iowa. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's the type of energy that I'm here for on this Friday. And I've been saying it for days now. While we're at this break, let's just talk about it. Let's just be real. So I've been saying it for days now. So you see a tweet like that, right? That tweet says the Cubs have been hit by they've been hit by pitches 64 times in the Dave Ross era, and the next closest team is the Mets with like 54. And then he says maybe it's time to start throwing at guys and get these guys fired up. Look, I'm not condoning violence. I'm not saying throw at somebody's head, but if we're going to keep getting hit by pitches, at some point that probably needs to result in us responding. And responding in a way, if you remember, we tried to respond, when was that, a couple games ago, with a pit we threw behind a guy. So, no, we're talking about teams need to know that they cannot just come up here and just drill batters and try to move guys off the plate on this team. It's the reality of it. I've been saying it this whole time. And honestly, here's something about baseball that's a reality. A little bit of fisticuffs every now and then is good for a team. They're going to let you fight in a sport. I mean, they don't throw you out of the league, right? It's a little bit of team building. Get in there. You got a guy in the locker room you're not super familiar with. You're like, he's on the team, but we're not like super close. You get out there, all of a sudden he's standing to your right. It's come, fists are flying. You see him, he's throwing a little, jab, jab, hook combo. And you're like, okay, this is my guy now. Maybe a guy comes, tries to get you. He kind of, throws one, keeps you safe. It's like a whole, you have that special sort of team building moment, right? You got each other's backs in more ways than just on the field. I don't see anything wrong with that. So if we gotta get out there, rough some people up, guys trying some impressions, some impersonations, maybe their favorite, UFC guys. Somebody's out there feeling like Floyd Mayweather. Maybe we go that route. Wake the team up a little bit. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. I don't see a problem with that at all. Not at all. Not even in the slightest. Now, obviously, these are my views. I don't know if I speak for, I don't speak for Fancast entirely, right? You might have somebody else on Fancast that doesn't want to see that in the sport. I don't know who, though. I know for damn sure Mike would agree with me. I know Cubs fans would agree with me. So I don't know. Maybe some soft team. Maybe they wouldn't want to see that. But anyway, Wilson Contreras up to bat. And he is absolutely going to blast a home run. Hell yeah. That is what I'm talking about. Wilson Contreras. Home run to open the inning. It's his third homer of the year. He's taking a little trot, bouncing around those bases. I love it. Wilson Contreras starts out the game, gets hit by a pitch on the elbow. Fast forward. Top of the fifth inning. Throws a guy out trying to steal third. Shakes his head at him, tells him, no, sir, not happening. You're not stealing third on me. Get the hell out of here. Then he leads off the bottom of the fifth, blasts a home run. That's what I'm talking about. That's our guy. That's the Wilson Contreras that we all know and we all love. That is exactly the guy. I freaking love that guy. Home run. Let's go. Back in the game. 4-2 game right now. Bottom of the fifth. Rizzo steps in. He's going to watch the strike go by. So 0-1. Wright's still out there pitching for the Braves. Wright's still out there pitching for the Braves. 70 pitches on the game. I want to say Davies hit 70 pitches in like the third inning. So Wright's having a little bit of a better day out there, but maybe the bats are getting going a little bit. Maybe those bats are heating up. Weather's starting to warm up in Chicago, right? Maybe those bats are starting to warm up right along with it. I don't know for sure, but I like what I see. Phenomenal. Beautiful. Home run to start the inning. So we got a 2-1 count right now to Anthony Rizzo. Bottom of the fifth. No outs. Love to see it. And I love that for Tyler, that young man that we heard at his first Cubs game. Like, come on. Get to see Wilson Contreras blast some shit to the moon. First Cubs game. It's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. He clobbered that too. Deep left field. Bounced kind of out and over. So hit that like top deck where in left field and then in the stadium rather, and then out and over. They got those other seats sometimes. People get a little confused on how far someone hit it, but hit it about as far as you could to have it still bounce inside Wrigley and then out and over. So love to see that. Wish I'd bet Wilson Contreras to hit a homer, to be honest. Rizzo's up, choking up on the bat there. He's going to take that fourth ball. Anthony Rizzo's going to go ahead and head on over to first base. So something's getting going here with the Cubs. Nice little replay there of that Wilson Contreras homer. I mean, he just took that thing and put it into orbit. You got to love it. You'll love to see it. Blast it out there to left field. And the Cubs making some moves here. All of a sudden, things starting to heat up here in the bottom of the fifth. So bottom of the fifth, we got a 4-2 game here. Looks like pitching coach is going to come out, talk to right there for the Braves, trying to settle him in a little. Gives up a homer, and then he walks a guy, and right there, that's enough of a signal to go, oh, let's maybe go talk to this guy here. The wheels might be off. If you're the Cubs right now, you're definitely hoping the wheels are off because they're going to let him go, another batter, and they've got somebody warming up in the bullpen, so if he were to give up a hit here, that might be it, but yeah, they're going to let him get another batter, so let's hope that the manager was wrong there. Let's hope that doesn't settle him down and he throws some more goofy shit over the middle of the plate. As he does to Chris Bryant, who swings and misses. And so, 0-1 count here, bottom of the fifth. Atlanta Braves and the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley. You love to see it. You just love to see it. Love Wrigley Field. Special place for a lot of people. You just love to see it. I'd love to get back for a game. Getting married in Chicago in August, so I'd love to get back for a game. One of these couple times we got to go back and do some of that wedding stuff. That would be pretty awesome. Chris Bryant with another swing and a miss here. So the count's 0-2. 0-2 count, bottom of the fifth. The Braves are up 4-2 against the Cubs. Chicago Cubs trying to make a little bit of a run here. Trying to get some momentum going in this game. Got a shift on. Looks like to the left side of the field with Bryant. Pretty much if Bryant hits anything over to that right side of the field, he's probably going to be fine. He instead goes with another swing and miss. So 3 swings, 3 misses for Chris Bryant. Apparently he's not on the same page as me on that one. He strikes out, 1 out in the bottom of the fifth. That's a good question. Which Cub player would you want to come to your wedding if you could? Right now, Wilson Contreras. I would love Wilson Contreras to come to my wedding. That would be phenomenal. This dude's hitting home runs. You know, seems like a good guy. Seems like he'd probably have a good time. You know what I'm saying? And seems like a generous fella. Maybe I'd get like a nice little gift. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not saying, just saying. But yeah, Wilson Contreras for sure. I'll tell you who I definitely wouldn't have come to my wedding is Jock Peterson. That fucking guy's killing me. He's absolutely killing me. So he would not get invited. He would actually be the only one I wouldn't invite. I'd invite everybody else, purposefully not invite him on purpose. Now, sure, I know what you're thinking. Maybe they, would bring him, maybe somebody else would bring him as their +1 or something. But, if that happened, maybe I got to get in the fisticuffs at that point, right? Like we were talking about, right? Maybe I got to let them know where I'm at. You don't bring Jock Peterson to my wedding. You don't do that. Not when he's playing like this. Like a ridiculous bum. Fucking unreal, Unreal. Yeah, I don't know. I'm upset at Jock Peterson. I'll be honest. I try to be chill. I try to be positive and all that. But, like, it matters. He's got to at least be able to play left field. Like, sorry. Like, he does, though, right? He really does. So, yeah. Yeah, he would definitely not get invited. That took a turn there. Sorry, that answer took a turn there. His, hers, wines, whiskeys. I'm sorry. Took a weird turn where I was very upset at Jock Peterson, but that's because I am. Guys, we're in a little commercial break here as it looks like maybe making a pitching change here. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw us over to this. Remember, if you're a small business, please check out this ad. That's a great opportunity for you that we would love to be able to provide.
Hey, Fancast. How we doing? I'm Scott with Fancast, and I want to let you know about the thing that we're doing for small businesses that want to advertise with us. If you're a small business and you have a 15 to 30 second commercial that you want to advertise with us on Fancast, feel free to send that to me on Twitter, ScottyO32, or you can upload it to our website in a couple days once we have the feature working, and we will advertise for you on our Fancast for free.
All right. So yeah, if you're a small business, you're trying to get get the word out a little bit, especially if you're in Chicago. A lot of Cubs fans watching the stream, right? So you're getting in front of them. If you got a business in Chicago, go ahead. Small business, send us any like commercial, like an ad that you may have. Oh, you went back. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. That's my answer. Pretty pissed at Jock Peterson, who's actually batting right now. But if you're a small business, don't swing and miss on this opportunity like Jock Peterson just did on that breaking ball that he should have hit. Get involved. Go ahead, send us if you got any promo. It can just be a video. It can be a video you shoot it with your phone, man. Shoot a selfie. Let people know what you do. Let people know what your business is, and we'll play it on here for free. Want to help you out. We really do. As we grow, we want to be able to help you guys grow. Local businesses, small businesses, things like that. So stuff out there in the world today. We just want to help people, man. We just want to help small businesses in any way that we can. So that's what we're doing there. But Jock Peterson up to bat. 0-2 is the count on him. 1 out, bottom of the 5th. And I'm going to be honest, this is a big at bat from Jock Peterson in terms of the way I am going to feel about him. And probably the way I'm going to talk about him. So, he doesn't know he's got this pressure on him right now, but he does. He absolutely does. Because my trust in him is degrading by the second. He's going to go ahead and line out to the shortstop there. Rizzo almost gets started out getting back to first, but he does get back safe. So runner over is Jock Peterson, lines out to short. And of course he does. Of course he does, right? Man, okay. This show is going to get very anti-Jock Peterson very quickly, guys, if this dude doesn't freaking step up. I am running out of patience. I'm running out of patience with Jock Peterson, and I know I'm not the only one. Look, my dogs are freaking out. They're running out of patience with this guy. They're running out of patience with this guy even. So, yeah, it's tough. It's become tough to watch that guy. Be curious what Mike's going to say this weekend about him, but I am kind of at my limit with Jock Peterson. So, all right. We got Javi up to bat here. He's going to try to hit one to the moon, as he always does. 0-1 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Runner on first base. Javi Baez has been hit by pitches twice today, which is insane. And scored a run and stole a base. So Javi's having an interesting day on that. On this side of the field. The problem is defensively he has struggled. And there's that Javi swing we all know and love. And it's a swing and a miss where essentially it looks like he has his entire life depending on swinging as hard as he physically can. So that's where we're at right now. 0-2, this count, which is not a place you like to see Javi. That pitch is high for a ball. So 1-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Runner on first. This is an interesting opportunity for the Cubs. Interesting opportunity here. They could definitely make something happen. Definitely could make something happen here. All right. Javi Baez up to bat here. 2-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Runner on first. Huge opportunity for the Cubs here to make something happen. 2 outs, runners on. It's plagued them. I know I keep saying it, but this is an opportunity to get out of that. So let's see here. That pitch is going to be fouled back. Javi fouls that one back. That was a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Tried to kind of squeak that in on the far side of the plate there. About as outside as you could get. And still be called a strike. That's where that pitch is. So 2-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Javi Baez up to bat for the Chicago Cubs. I'm very curious to see when Wilson Contreras comes up what happens. I am very, very curious to see what happens when that guy comes up to bat. And that's going to be a strikeout. Javi Baez strikes out. Cubs can't get it going. Outside of that Wilson Contreras home run, though. Love to see that. Who's your all-time favorite Cubs player? It's tough. It's a tough one. Sammy Sosa as a kid. Who's Sammy Sosa as a young kid? As like a younger kid. You think he's just talking about shit behind the plate? I kind of think it's got to be, right? I kind of think it has to be. I'm sort of at that point. You know, is he talking mad shit behind the plate? Like, he's kind of got to be, right? Because otherwise, why Sammy? Yep. Yeah, as a kid, it was Sammy Sosa. Then I was like, it's tough. I liked when they had Pryor, right? You know, and they kind of made their run. I was a big fan of his. All time, probably Kerry Wood, maybe, I would say. I'd probably say Kerry Wood, my favorite all-time Cubs player. Yeah, I think that might be the way I'd go, actually, to be honest with you. So that's a little throwback. It would make sense. Yeah, I do think it would. It's like, if he's back there talking mad shit, I guess why not throw at him? Is he doing it every game all the time? The part that's weird to me about that is, like, we haven't known that to be the case, though. So he's like been on the team a long time, I guess is my point. And we haven't known him to just be back there, I guess, talking shit all the time. Because this would have happened like a lot. Like, I feel like it's more notable this year, but maybe I'm wrong. You know, I would imagine. What was that stat we saw? The Cubs have been hit 65 times by pitches in the David Ross era. And that's interesting because does that mean that, yeah, I don't know. How many of those 65 are Wilson Contreras getting hit, right? Just curious to see what happens next time he comes up to bat, especially since the Cubs have been hit by pitches 3 times a day already. So that streak continues. Very odd. Also, so in the David Ross era, the team that's been hit by the most pitches is the Cubs. And the team that's been hit by the second most pitches is the Mets. So the Astros, no. Like what? How does that work? You know, yeah. How does that work? That's what I kind of wonder. I don't know exactly. Strope is in, which we saw him warming up earlier. So Strope's going to come in, see what he can do. 91 miles an hour outside. Call to strike. Definitely not on the K zone, but we'll take it. Call to strike. Strope's up. Got the hat cocked to the side. This dude's the man. Gotta love it. Gotta look good to play. Gotta look good to play good, yeah. That's what I always say, guys. Got to look good to play good. Top of the 6th, 0-2 count, no outs. Cubs down 4-2 to the Atlanta Braves. Let's see what Strope's got. Breaking ball, it's going to be in the dirt. Can't get him to chase, so 1-2 count. 1-2 count. Johan Camargo up. Pinch hitter for the Atlanta Braves, batting .261 on the season. That's going to be a high fastball, and that's going to be a ball. 2-2 count. 2-2 count, no outs. Top of the 6th. Cubs down 4-2. Strope throws a pitch outside for another ball. Now we're going to have a full count. So you start this at bat up 0-2 in the count, and then 3 straight balls brings it to a full count here. Top of the 6th. No outs. Guys, check out Fiverr. If you're a small business, go ahead. Check out our title sponsor. Pedro Strope's going to strike him out there looking. And that's going to be 1 out. Top of the 6th. That's a strikeout there. But like I was saying, guys, Fiverr, right? Check it out. It's a great tool for small businesses. I've used it myself. It's a fantastic tool. They're our title sponsor for the day. Look, if you're interested in using Fiverr, go check out the link in the description, guys. We got a promo code there, so that'll help you out as you look, I guess, the best way to put it is if you have a small business and you're looking to maybe expand things in media or marketing or accounting, and you're looking for an affordable option, Fiverr is the place you can find it. There's a ton of talent on there, freelance talent that you're able to get to be able to work on some projects for you at a reasonable cost. So check that out. Fiverr. Check out the code in our description for the video if you're interested. Let me see here. I'm thinking that, let's see, Twitter, it's a similar sentiment. It's a similar sentiment, on Twitter to a lot of things I've been saying. It's just people aren't exactly pleased, I guess, with the Cubs. I don't know that they're not ready to. They love the team, but underachieving would be the way to word the Twitter, the sort of feeling of Twitter around the Chicago Cubs this year. So 3-1 count, 1 out, top of the 6th. Strop facing Acuna. And he hasn't really given him anything to hit. But that pitch he will hit. He'll ground out to short. So 2 outs now, top of the 6th. First 2 batters Strop seen, he retires. And you love to see that. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe, please. YouTube, go ahead and also hit that notification bell. The reason I say that is since we are a live show, you want to have that notification bell on so you get notified when we go live. It's a very important thing. You can also follow us on Twitter. You can set your notifications on Twitter to let you know when we're going live as well, I believe. So go ahead and check that out if you get the opportunity. We would really appreciate it. Just had to grab my charger here. Make sure we don't die here. All good. So anyway, guys, check us out. Twitter, great place to find us. Cubs Fancast TV on Twitter, as well as YouTube. We're also on Twitch. Check us out on Twitch. I just cracked open a Michelob Cucumber Lime Seltzer. And how is that, Scott Olson? Give us the review. Give us a review. What are we if I go right after this game, I get the Michelob Cucumber Lime Seltzer. What are we thinking that? What should I expect? My dogs are just making a ton of noise in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'm sorry if you can. All right, Strop's going to walk him. So, runner on first, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Curious to find out what this Michelob Cucumber Lime Seltzer is all about. And, is this guy, people are probably wondering, like, Nick, why do you keep saying Michelob Cucumber Lime Seltzer? What I'm trying to do, guys, I'm trying to let Michelob know, if you want someone with the voice for ads, then I'll just be honest, I know what I have. I know what I've got here. Call me cocky, that's fine. I know what I've got. If you want a voice for ads and you're Michelob Cucumber Lime Seltzer, I'm your guy. Coach Izzo on Twitter. Hit me up. My DMs are open. You'll never get me cheaper. So let the Michelob Corporation know. If you want a guy to talk about the benefits and the hard work that goes into a Michelob Cucumber Lime Seltzer, somebody knows someone at the Michelob Corporation, let them know. I'm here. You will never get me cheaper. Top of the 6th. 0-2 count. 2 outs. Trying to get out of this inning unscathed. That pitch is going to be inside for a ball. Looks like these guys are having a little fun there. Wilson Contreras talking to the batter there a little bit for the Cubs. Still waiting to see if the Cubs are actually breaking out of this hitting slump or if this is just a little bit of a smoke screen so far, these couple moments of brilliance. I'm not saying they've totally broken out. I'm not saying this game changed everything. Don't get upset with me. I'm just saying, like, eventually some point it's going to have to be the point where things started to turn for the better. And maybe that's this game. Still a lot of baseball to be played. You got four more innings of baseball to be played. But, if you're the Cubs offensively, but this might be the game. It's a base hit there. That's going to move that runner over to third. So runners on first and third, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Strop going to the mound here, and this is going to be a serious at bat. This is one of those at bats. This is going to be a big at bat for the Cubs today. There's a bat coming up right here because this is one of those situations, as I said, a base hit right here. They're going to get 1 or 2 runs, and then that lead goes, if it's 2 runs, that'll be the biggest lead of the day. Meanwhile, Cubs, you hold them here. 2 outs, they got a runner in scoring position. They can't do anything. You get a little momentum, get back up to bat, and you start to build on that momentum. You got it. That's where we want to be. Got to build on this momentum. And trust me, I'm gonna be here for it, right? Because Jock Peterson's gonna come up to bat again, and I'm gonna be on his ass again because I'm pissed at him. And if you're new, I'm seeing people jumping in and out to the YouTube channel. This is Cubs Fancast. It's a damn good time, but I'm gonna talk to you how I'm gonna talk to you like a regular fan because I am. And this is just me streaming. This is my actual reaction to the game. And Jock Peterson's pissing me off right now. He's probably pissing some of you off right now too. So. We're not yet at the point where we're going to slander him with hashtags in the comments, but it's coming soon if that joker doesn't pick things up. Anyway, Scott Olson did not respond to us about that question about his seltzer. Just curious if you're still with us, Scott. How was it? How is it? All right, top of the 6th, 2 outs, 1-1 count. Runners on first and third. Strop with the pitch. It's going to be fouled back. So here we go. 2 strikes again. 1-2 count, 2 outs, top of the 6th, then a huge situation. You've got 2 strikes here. I need Pedro Strop to be able to get out of this at bat and out of this inning. We have to have it. We have to have it right now. It's a huge opportunity. This is a huge, huge moment in the game. He sets, and he gets him swinging. Yes, let's go. All right. Yep, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So the Cubs get out of that inning. Excellent. Cubs are out of that inning. Now they're still down 4-2, but I think we're in a good spot. I think we're in a good spot here. Coming up to bat, maybe making a little bit of a run, getting some of that momentum. Okay, I'm going to stay positive right now. I would recommend everybody else does. I mean, what else is there to do? It's Friday afternoon. Let's go. Let's have a good Friday afternoon. Cubs make a little rally. It's going to make Friday night even better. You guys know what I'm talking about. You absolutely know what I'm talking about. Going to make Friday night even better. He said Cucumberly. First he said Cumberly, then Cucumberly. Yes. Okay, so Cucumberly. Yeah. I mean, but cucumbers, like, what do they really taste like? Describe that, right? Heard an interesting idea recently that was like, why can't you describe this smell of coffee? It's like a philosophical question, apparently. Like, why? Like, try to describe the smell of coffee. Think about it. Try to describe the taste of coffee. You can't use the word coffee. Like, it's hard. Why? It's a philosophical question. Now, the answer that I heard that I think philosophers use is they said that it's talks to language. So it speaks to the fact that, like, we think that our language can communicate everything that we want to all the time, but really it can't if we can't even describe the smell of coffee to someone else. And I thought that was an interesting way to look at that. But that's a little bit the cucumberly thing, right? It's like, I don't know. What does a cucumber... We all know what a cucumber tastes like. I'm not trying to say, like, his, hers, wines, whiskeys, Scott Olson. I'm not trying to say that that's an issue, but, cucumberly, we all know what it tastes like. It's just weird that we can't describe it, right? I don't know. I can't. Like, it just tastes like a cucumber. Like, which is kind of good, I guess, for a Michelob cucumber lime seltzer, probably. So no lime then. Interesting. Anyway, they're coming back from a break here, guys. I'm just trying, we just doing a little bullshit in there in the end of the thing. But like I said, be curious when Wilson Contreras comes up to bat again, because there's a little bit of that going on. He gets hit by a pitch in the first inning, so gets drilled by a pitch first inning. Then, 5th inning, throws a batter out at third, talking a little shit as he's coming off, which I like. Then absolutely demolishes a home run, right? Deep left center in the bottom of the 5th. And I'm just curious to see what happens because the Cubs on the day have been hit by 3 pitches, which I think is insane. I think that is a crazy thing that's been all year, and I'm ready for the fisticuffs. I want to see it. Maybe for once we throw back at somebody. How about that? How about we just let these teams know that we're not just going to stand there and get hit all year? The most hit by pitch team in Major League Baseball statistically. in the time since David Ross became manager. So think about that. Not the Astros. Not the cheating, garbage Astros. Nope. They're not the most hit by pitches. They don't have the most. It's the Cubs for some reason. The lovable Cubs. Yeah, very interesting. But anyway, we're back here, guys. Bottom of the sixth. 1-0 count. And he's going to go ahead and Hayward's going to foul that one off there. So 1-1 count. Now, bottom of the sixth inning. Cubs are down 4-2. And yet, things could be worse. I don't feel terrible about it. I really don't feel I don't feel that terrible about where the Cubs are at right now. I really do not. Wonder if we ever got the kid on the Jumbotron, man. Get Tyler on the Jumbotron. If you're new here, check that out on Twitter. We're trying to get this kid on the Jumbotron. He's at his first Cubs game. If you're in the chat right now, drop your favorite memory of being at a Cubs game. Love the Cubs. Love Wrigley. Love everything about it. Let's see here. Jason Hayward stepping in. 3-1 count. He's going to fly that ball foul, but their catcher's going to try to make a play if he can, and he cannot. It's a foul ball. Makes it a full count here. Bottom of the sixth. Full count, no outs. Jason Hayward up to bat for the Chicago Cubs. And the Cubs are just trying to get some momentum going. Trying to rally a little bit here in the sixth. Trying to make something happen. Trying to make something happen. Let's see. That wind looks like it's blowing in. Wonder if it was blowing in on that Wilson Contreras homer. That's even more impressive than if that's the case. With that 96-mile-an-hour fastball, Jason Hayward strikes out. So Jason Hayward here is, he's going to strike out there. Now we're looking at the Cubs schedule here. Let me give you guys this Cubs schedule really quick. So Cubs are going to play Saturday, Sunday. Then they got Monday off, and then they go on a very long stretch of games, right? So they're going to play, it looks like 9, 13, 14, 15 in a row there, we can see, after Monday. So was I right about that? 11. Anyway, regardless, it's a shit ton of games. They're going to play a bunch of games in a row. So, ton of games in a row. You're going to have Mike back, guys. Mike's going to be back this weekend. So, if you're familiar with the stream and you're familiar with Mike, Mike will be back this weekend to do those games. So, that'll be a treat. I'll be tuned into that. So, that'll be nice. Always good to have Mike on. 0-2 count here. 1 out. Bottom of the sixth. Cubs got to get somebody on base here, guys. Got to get somebody on base here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. So let me see if I can just... Yep, I'm going to get you guys that clip too. Sweet. All right, this is going to be great. We'll get you guys a little quick Twitter. Hashtag bring Mike back. Hey, guys, do it. Let's get him back, right? Get in the comments. Hashtag we like Mike better. That's fine. I can handle it. You're not going to offend me. It's okay. Hashtag bring Mike back. We do want Mike back, guys. Mike is phenomenal. If you're not familiar, the dude's phenomenal. On the Fancast, I'm stepping in for him today. My name's Nick Izzo. If you guys are curious, you can always find me on Twitter at Coach_Izzo. Coach.Izzo on Instagram. So yeah, that's the situation that we're working with right now. And the Cubs are 1-2 count, bottom of the sixth, 1 out. You got LinkedIn. Yes. No. I don't check it, if that's what you're wondering. I really don't check it. I should. I really don't, though. So, really don't. I do believe, though, you can find me on there. Actually, I know you can. Just look my name up. Nick Izzo. You'll find me. But, yeah. I'll start checking it more. His, Hers, Wines, Whiskeys. If you want to hit me up on there, you'll be the first guy. I'll respond right back to you. LOL. Yeah, that's... Oh, man. Phenomenal. My guy. Guys, His, Hers, Wines, Whiskeys. Check it out. Great YouTube channel. He's here all the time, hanging out with us. You'll like it. If you're a person that likes... if you like to drink, it's a channel for you. If you don't like to drink, but you like to laugh, it's also the channel for you. So either way, it's the channel for you. That's what I'm telling you right now. So I'm saying go look at it. I'm saying right now, go to YouTube, go to His Herds Wines Whiskeys. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to you. Chicago Cubs down by 2 runs here. Bottom of the 6th inning. 2-2 count. 1 out. And I'm just going to go ahead and send this over. Got a nice little video for you guys here. We're going to drop in here probably in between innings if we can do that. So that's going to be pretty awesome. Kind of get you guys caught up on something we've been tracking all day today, which is pretty cool. But yeah, Chicago Cubs just trying to get a little momentum going, and I really hope this can be the game that turns things around to some degree. I really just think, that would be a phenomenal situation that we would all like to see. This be the game that turns things around. That ball's going to be fouled off there. 2-2 count still. Bottom of the 6th, 1 out. And that's the hope, right? That's the hope, is that, just the right things happen, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, we're watching the Cubs that we knew we'd see this year, on offense at least, right? So anyway, guys, we're going to load this up. Here, I'm going to go ahead and go here. Nice. All right, we'll get that in between innings there. All right, guys, so bottom of the 6th, 3-2 count, 1 out. Cubs trying to make something happen here offensively. Facing Newcomb for the Braves. Not familiar with them, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Not a Braves fan. I'm a Cubs fan. Maybe I should do more due diligence, I'm learning, but on the teams that we're playing. Not 100% sure. I'm just not sure what he's got. I'm just not sure. If you believe it, you can achieve it. Found you, but you put a picture. Yeah. Yep. If you believe it, you can achieve it. 100%. I've been saying that, I think a lot of, His Herds Wines Whiskey's been saying that. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's going to be a deep fly ball to left field, but it'll be easily caught. And that's 2 outs in the inning, guys. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Cubs are down by 2 runs here. It just is what it is, It just is what it is right now. Still just struggling a little bit offensively. Struggling a little bit offensively. David Bodie pinch hitting right now. So David Bodie's going to step in and pinch hit. Got the start on Wednesday, I believe. He got the start on Wednesday. We were watching him. He's batting 107 this year, so not ideal. Through 12 games, though. Very small sample size. Very small sample size. We know the type of player Bodie is, and kind of know what you can expect out of him. Slow start to the year, though, admittedly. And he's going to watch a breaking ball go in there for that first strike, guys. So the count's 0-1 right now. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. That's that same breaking ball there, but a little too low. So he takes a ball on that one. Pretty much the exact same pitch there. 76 miles an hour. 1-1 count now. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. And, interesting. See that same pitch, basically the same location on that second one there. Now, this is going to be a fastball outside for a ball. 95 miles an hour. So, geez, you're watching 76 drop in, and then all of a sudden 95 comes flying by. That's tough. That's tough. I think at that point you're just guessing. You're just guessing pitches probably. Trying to see maybe see that grip, maybe see it come out of his hand. But Newcomb's going to throw another high ball there. So 3-1 count. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Cubs trying to get a runner on here. Bodie's going to foul that one back, so that'll keep the count at 3-2. Full count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. And, yeah, full count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. That pitch is going to be outside for a ball, and Bodie will go ahead and take first base. So Cubs with a runner on now, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. And this is one of these moments. This is one of these moments we keep mentioning, right? This is a time where you got a runner on base with 2 outs, and you just have to make something happen in these situations. I've been saying it for a while. Gonna keep saying it for a while because it's just a fact. Winning baseball teams make stuff happen here. Ian Happ gonna be batting from the right side of the plate here. 1 for 2, single and a walk in this game. Batting 162 on the year. Let's see if Ian Happ can go ahead and move Bodie over here, and then we'll get to Contreras on deck. So let's see here. You've got 0-1 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Bodie facing the lefty Newcomb, who, I'll be honest, is throwing some gas. 95 right there for a strike. Ian Happ watches it go by. David Bodie over there on first. 0-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Cubs are down 2 runs right now. That's going to be fouled off down the first base line. And if you guys are just listening to me, you're not watching the game. The game is looks a little cold out there. Got a lot of guys in sleeves on, some jackets out there at Wrigley. But an otherwise sunny day. So a little chilly, but an otherwise sunny day down there at Wrigley. And 0-2 count here, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Newcomb sets. Got a steal here, and Bodie called out on that steal attempt. Slides head first. Looks like he tried to go around the tag there with his right hand. Kind of tried to turn and go around and hit the base with his right hand on like that outside side of the base. He's coming up hobbled a little, limping, kind of grabbing like upper, yeah, pretty much just grabbing his ass right there, to be honest with you. Might be a old butt muscle pull there. I'm not a doctor, but that's what I'm going to call it. They probably call that a glute strain or something stupid like that, but we all know what it is. I'll be honest, he looks safe on the replay. How I said he slid around, he looks safe. He kind of slides around there. I guess not, though. So here we go. Cubs are going to go ahead and take the field. And here's the thing, guys. I'm going to shoot it over to this video. I want to keep you guys updated on this little bit of a thing we've been following today at Wrigley. So I'm going to go ahead and send you guys over this video here, and I'll see you on the other side. A tweet on Twitter from a man his handle is @aliteralturtle. God, why is it? Hold on. That is interesting. See, my worry is if I go out of studio mode that something's going to happen. I think that's the only way I can fix that. So I'm going to see if I can get that fixed, guys, but that video is like sideways, which is obviously not ideal. I think I can fix it if I go out of studio mode, but I don't know if I can. So I know my producer will let me, but yeah. I just not 100% sure on that. So just play it. All right, here's One's Whiskeys. I guess we'll just play it. Let's go with it. As long as you guys hear the audio, you'll get what I'm talking about. Here we go. A tweet on Twitter from a man his handle is @aliteralturtle. Sharkfax Jones is another way you can find him. And he tweeted out that the child in front of me at this Cubs game is at his first baseball game, and we are doing everything in our power to get him on the Jumbotron. I am more invested in Tyler's first game than I am in my own future. And the hashtag is #GetTyler on the Jumbotron. So here's what we're trying to do, guys. He's in row 305, he's in section 305L, row 1. He's with his dad, according to Sharkfax Jones. He's with his dad in section 305L, row 1, seats 23 and 24. He made his own sign. Let's make his dreams come true. Here's the deal. We got to get this kid on the Jumbotron. We have to. This is our goal for the rest of the day. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is going to be our goal for the rest of the day. We're going to get this kid on the freaking Jumbotron. All right, guys, so that's what we got going on. Tyler. We're trying to get my man Tyler on the Jumbotron. Not 100% sure if we've got it done yet, so we're just trying to put some pressure on Twitter. So if you head over to Twitter, you can help us put the pressure on a little bit for the Cubs to get him on the Jumbotron. We're very invested in this, I'll be honest. Guys, I know the guys working behind the scenes right now on the Cubs Fancast TV account are on it, so they're trying to do everything they can. But if you're listening right now, fucking get on over there. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Make it happen. Anyway, Cubs take the field here. Dylan Maples going to be pitching this inning. So we saw Dylan Maples on Wednesday, and I'll be honest, I liked what I saw. I liked what I saw on Wednesday out of Dylan Maples, and I think I'm excited. Let's see. We saw him on Wednesday. Let's see where he's at against this Braves lineup. Let's see where he's at. So I'm going to start out with a ball there against Ozzy Albiez. Once again, not a linguist. Not 100% sure I'm right on that pronunciation, but 1-0 count. That pitch is going to be grounded foul down the first baseline. So counts 1-1. Top of the 7th, Chicago Cubs down by 2 runs, which is the sentence "Chicago Cubs down" is one that I keep finding myself saying, unfortunately. At least these games that I've filled in for Mike here. So we want Stevie to win some money. Stevie put a $200 bet down on the Cubs to win $200, and we want we want the Cubs to make a run here. We want Stevie to get paid. And that's going to be a base hit out there into right. You've got to be kidding me. That's going to be a base hit into left center field for a double. And that was a hit where, okay, the runner's going to get a double, so you just have to field it. Like, it's all good. And Jock Peterson couldn't even do that. Bobbled the ball again. Jock freaking Peterson I haven't seen him just catch a ball clean. I have not seen today in this game, I have not seen Jock Peterson physically be able to field a ball off of a bounce cleanly and just throw it back into the infield. That is not an exaggeration. I have yet to see it. Maybe I missed one. I had to go get like unreal. Yes. Thank you, Fancast TV. Yes. It is unreal. It's freaking unreal. I have, guys, I want to emphasize this one more time. Think about what I'm saying to you right now, please. Please. As Dylan Maples looks at second and then deals a strike there to start this at bat out. 0-1 count. Please think about what I'm saying. In the Chicago Cubs game today, we have not seen Jock Peterson cleanly field a ball off of a bounce in the outfield yet today. He has failed to cleanly field a ball from the outfield and throw it back into the infield on a bounce today. It's happened multiple times. He's yet to successfully do it. Come on. It's killing us. It's killing me. It's brutal. Like, come on. It's just unreal. It's just unreal. Man. Doesn't have the bat going any this year. So freaking low on Jock Peterson right now. It's unreal. 0-2 count here. Maples dealing with a runner on second. He's going to turn off the mound there. Take a look at that runner. Just going to take a peek. Dylan Maples pitched well on Wednesday. Let's see what he does here today in a 2-run game. 0-2 count. Runner on second. Top of the 7th. Maples dealing here. Probably not going to give him anything to hit here, I would imagine. Contreras is setting up low and inside. That pitch is low and outside and in the dirt. 97 miles an hour for a ball. And Wilson Contreras fields it no problem. What a stud back there. Score is 4-2. Braves lead 4-2 right now. Top of the 7th. So if you guys are tuning in here, we're in the top of the 7th. Dylan Maples in pitching now for the Cubs. And so far I like what I see out of Dylan Maples. But Braves are up 4-2. Got a 1-2 count here, top of the 7th. No outs. Braves have a runner on second base. So right now, seeing if we can get out of this jam a little bit here. It's another ball low and outside. 2-2 count. Runner on second here, top of the 7th. Cubs down by 2. No outs as well. Maples trying to deal here, trying to work his way out of this. This little bit of a pickle he's found himself in, to be honest with you. But we'll see. Jock Peterson literally not being able to catch the ball cleanly has been very unhelpful to all the Cubs pitchers today. That's going to be another low and outside pitch, and that one gets away from Contreras. That was a terrible pitch. I'll level with you guys. If you're just listening to me, you didn't see it. That was awful. He threw that thing in. I'm not exaggerating to you. He almost didn't hit That ball bounced in front of the left batter's box, throwing to a right-handed batter. That was awful. Maples, 3 pitches in a row, low and outside, has not even been able to remotely get close to the strike zone here. And after starting this count up 0-2, we now find ourselves with a full count. Tennis Boy Sunday. Hey, let's get it. Yep, absolutely. Tennis Boy Sunday. We need it. We need to let's get it right now. Maples with another ridiculous pitch that's nowhere near the strike zone. He walks him. So that's not what you want to see here. You've got runners on first and third. Top of the 7th. No outs. Cubs are down by 2 runs. Need to get something going. Got Brothers up in the bullpen. The lefty. As Maples has found himself in a little bit of trouble here, to be honest with you guys. And, you know, I mean, that's what you got to do here. Cubs showing the manager. Let's see. They're showing, some of the coaches there in the dugout. Looking to maybe make some adjustments. Might have to here, depending on what happens here. Chat's been pretty active today, guys. It's been a good time. Chat's been pretty active. We got a lot going on. We got Tyler, right, in the stands that we learned about. Is his first Cubs games ever, so we're trying to get him on the Jumbotron, using Twitter for that. We've got, we're talking about a bunch of stuff today. I've been ranting a little about how frustrating it is to watch Jock Peterson play baseball, and that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Jock Peterson, as some sort of miracle, makes a catch and actually gets an out there. Unfortunately, the runner from third will tag. So the Braves go up 5-2. Top of the 7th. 1 out now. So the Braves do get a run there on the sac fly. Because, of course, they do. Because, it's just a miracle Jock Peterson caught that. Right, guys? At this point. And he's not throwing that guy out. He's not catching that and throwing that runner that's tagging out. There's just no way. There's just no way. You know how when you play basketball, like if somebody's a really bad defender, you can just sort of throw the ball to the person they're guarding and let them score. They can just kind of take over, right? That's sort of what this feels like. Like if you can just hit the ball sort of near Jock Peterson, like sort of over to the left side of the field in any way, shape, or form, like that's probably what you want to do. You could do that in kickball. People do that in kickball. The problem is this is a Major League Baseball game, and we're watching a fucking guy in left field that apparently can't do anything remotely related to his job. And it's very frustrating. Very, very frustrating to me. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. That's what this fan cast is. It's real fans talking to you. I'm just calling it as I see it, man. It's a little bit frustrating. They're not going to tell you this on these televised games. I'll tell it to you straight up. Fucking brutal to watch Jock Peterson play baseball today. 1-0 count here. Top of the 7th. 1 out. Runner on first for the Braves. Cubs are down 3 runs. Cubs are down 3 runs. Let's see here. Top of the 7th. Runner on first. 1-1. 1-1 count. Maple's still trying to work. Now he's giving up a run. Trying to hold that to just that 1 run, though. If you're just tuning in, Cubs defense has looked awful today. I'm just telling you the facts. The box score is not going to show it. The amount of routine plays that have not been made today is a little bit startling, in my opinion. Just expect more out of this team, Check swing there for a strike. So, check swing. Top of the 7th. 1-2 count here. 1 out. Runner on first. Could look at hopefully get a double play here. Probably going to look maybe something lower in the zone here. Trying to maybe get into a situation with a double play. Looks like Austin Riley's on deck for the Braves, so they're going to go ahead with the pinch hitter 2 there. Probably making a pitching move to start the bottom of the 7th here. So here's the deal, guys. I'm going to take a little break here for like 2 or 3 minutes in the 7th inning stretch time. Let you guys stretch out, hear that beautiful old 7th inning stretch. I'll probably play it myself here on my phone. Might pull up Bill Murray singing or something. Give myself something to be happy about today on this while this game looks ridiculous. But that's okay. It's a Friday. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to complain too much, guys. Part of me is just joking around. It's a good day, man. You gotta be happy. It's Friday. Weather's not too bad, at least where I'm at. you know, it's a strikeout right there by Maples. So there's some stuff to be excited about today. But anyway, guys, during that 7th inning stretch, take a couple 2-3 minute break, and I'll be right back with you. Just if you're tuning in right now, you see that happen, just don't worry. I'll be right back. Just need a little 2-3 minute break, get a little more water, stuff like that. So just hang in there tight during that break for us. And then on the back end of that, we'll come back and we'll finish this game out. Hopefully see a Cubs rally. Now, remember, they rallied, what was that, this Tuesday, against the Brewers. Had a nice little rally, came back and won that game. That game got a little chippy, too. Kind of surprised this one hasn't with the amount of hit by pitches early in the game, but long season. I'm sure we'll get a little more action in that regard, sooner rather than later. That ball is way outside. 1-0 count. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Way outside. Goodness. Braves up 5-2 here. Runner on first. Dylan Maples struggling to find the strike zone right now. A little two-seam action, kind of bent back in there. Looked like 96 miles an hour for a strike. 1-1 count, 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. Runner on first base. Chicago Cubs trying to get out of this inning, only giving up 1 run, which would be great. That's low and outside as well. Man, Maples as Wilson Contreras jumping all over the place back there. Jeez. Gonna have to find the strike zone here, buddy. I mean, and he looked great on Wednesday, but really freaking struggling to throw a strike. Just throw a strike. That's all we need here. Just throw a strike. No worries. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Runner on first. Pinch hitter up for the Braves. That's going to be high for a ball there. 96 miles an hour. I mean, Maples throws gas, but if it's not a strike, it's not going to be all that helpful. It's not going to be all that helpful. Throw it as hard as you want, but if you can't throw it anywhere near the strike zone, don't know what that does for us. And then Ronald Acuna Jr. is on deck, so really would love to get out of this inning without having to face him with runners on. And unfortunately, not going to be the case as Maples walks the pinch hitter for the Braves. So we find ourselves in a situation. Ronald Acuna Jr. steps up to bat. An absolute monster superstar for the Braves. A terrifying batter to face for any pitcher in the major leagues at this point. Batting like .435 or something ridiculous like that this season. So he's going to step into the batter's box. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Runners on first and second. Cubs down 3 runs. Dangerous hitter. Massive at bat here. Acuna Jr. on the day, 1 for 3. He's got a walk, a single, scored a run, 2 RBIs on the day. And of course he does. That's the type of player this guy is. So huge at bat here. Maples starts him off with what looks like a slider over the middle of the plate for a strike. Acuna just watches it go by. 0-1 the count, top of the 7th. 2 outs. A massive at bat here. An absolutely massive at bat here. Maples sets, takes a long look at second. Another slider way outside, and once again forces Wilson Contreras to have to slide over just to catch the ball there. Avoid the wild pitch. I mean, this is kind of getting crazy. Maples is really struggling. They keep showing Wilson Contreras on the broadcast, probably because he's having to fly around behind the plate just to catch some of these pitches by Maples. Now, Maples having a good year up to this point. I don't think he swindled me. I don't think I saw something on Wednesday that isn't something to expect out of him. But there we go. Another one outside, 88 miles an hour, and Wilson Contreras has to go slide over there to catch it behind home plate. I mean, you don't need your catcher moving around this much. You just don't. It's not a great sign. I think he's a little concerned about throwing something fat over the plate here for Acuna, but 2-1 count, 2 outs, top of the 7th, and the pitch. Low for a strike. Another 88 mile an hour pitch. Slides in there, low and inside for a strike. Acuna watches it go by. So 2-2, the count. Top of the seventh, 2 outs here. Runners on first and second. Braves are up by 3 runs. Here's a big pitch. Can we get out of this inning? Just like Strope, right? Last inning, right? Strope, somewhat similar situation and got out of it. So let's see if Maples can do the same here. He sets. And that pitch is grounded to short. It's going to be a routine fielder's choice. Javi just kind of tosses it over there to second. They get the out. Fantastic. Just what we needed there. Just what we needed there to get out of that inning. Maples does give up 1, but tough. So, 7th inning stretch here, guys. I'm going to take a quick little break. You got, if you're watching the broadcast here, they got Harry Carey doing it. I think I'll pull that one up on my phone here while I'm getting some water. But go ahead and check that out. And we'll see you back on the other side of this break, guys. Enjoy that 7th inning stretch. All right, what's going on, everybody? I'm back. Sorry about that. We're back, though. We're going to be here through the rest of the game, through the end of the Cubs game here today. So, Cubs are threatening here. Runners on first and second. Got a 1-2 count. Chris Bryant up to bat, 1 out. Down by 3 runs. It's going to be a ball outside. That'll bring us to a 2-2 count here. So, bottom of the 7th. Cubs have runner on first and second. They are threatening here. Chris Bryant up to bat here with the 2-2 count, 1 out. Cubs have both brothers and Tapera, no M in there, warming up in the bullpen. And so Cubs threatening here. Dangerous spot, though. Double play really hurts you. So that squeaks in on the K-zone, but it's called a ball by the ump. And not having the robot umps helps us out on that one. So 3-2, full count, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Chris Bryant up here. I could see how that maybe crossed the front of the plate a little low. I could see that here now. But guys, look, hey, it's after Friday here where I'm at. I understand it's 4:30 if you're in Chicago, but come on, let's celebrate a little bit. Enjoy the end of this Cubs game. We got who was it on here? Scott, or was it his, hers, wines, whiskeys, or somebody was doing a seltzer? And damn, we're gonna need it there as the Cubs ground out. So he grounds into a double play there, right up the middle. I mean, he basically hit it at the second base bag. I mean, literally could not have been an easier double play if he tried. And that's what Chris Bryant. I get upset. These are the times I get upset. You can't have runners on first and second and hit the ball at the second base bag. Weekly at the second base bag. Like a little, brutal. Seltzer. His, hers, wines, whiskeys. Okay, a seltzer. Nice. Brutal. Freaking brutal. That's absolutely brutal, guys. Absolutely brutal. So as we move to the 7th and 8th inning, let me go ahead and hit you guys with the little message from one of our sponsors. Little technical difficulty there, guys. I'll try to get that sorted out. No big deal. But anyway, so yeah, we're here. We're here through the end of the Cubs game, right? We're going to be here. We're going to be streaming. It's been a tough one so far. That was a situation that you really have to take advantage of. I think you have to. You have to. Chris Bryant doesn't get the job done there, and that's a situation in which you have to get the job done. There's just no other way around it. So, I hate to admit it, but that's a tough one. That is a tough one. All right, so we got let's see here. See what Twitter's talking about. Let's see what Twitter's talking about here. Doge to the moon in the chat. Absolutely. Let's see where it's at real quick. Any fans of cryptocurrencies watching? Let's see where it's at, because we see that his, hers, wines, whiskeys is a fan. 34 cents. Wow. Not bad. Not bad. Now, obviously not a financial advisor here. I would never pretend to be one, nothing like that. Obviously not a financial advisor here. However, full disclosure, I do own some Dogecoin, and the fact that that investment is up 37% today is pretty phenomenal. So I'm happy for myself on that one. And I would imagine that his, hers, wines, whiskeys has a little bit of a stake in Doge too, if I had to guess. That would be my guess. So good day for people holding Dogecoin. Once again, not a financial advisor, but good day for the people holding Dogecoin. So here we go, guys. We're in the top of the 8th right now. Watching some Chicago Cubs baseball. Friday, we've now moved from afternoon into evening. It's almost 5 o'clock in Chicago. It's 5 o'clock here. Cheers to anybody watching. I think get this nonsense freaking bots in the chat. Want to become famous? Working on it right now, bots in the chat. I'm working on it right now. Not going to buy followers, though. We got a real fan base here at Fancast, and it's growing every day. It's been really cool to do it, guys. It's our Fancast here is growing every day. So the Fancast audience, the Fancast supporters, the followers, we're growing every day, and we're just glad to be able to offer that to people, like this type of broadcast alternative. You can treat it like a radio broadcast if you want. You know, you can listen to us while you're at work or something like that. That's what Stevie was doing earlier. You can absolutely also just mute your TV and listen to us as the commentary. You can obviously sync it up. You might have to sync it up every now and then, but like right now, we're at the top of the 8th, 2-1 count, no out. You know, Cubs are down 3 runs, so you can sync it up and watch it that way too. But either way, fan base is growing for the Cubs Fancast every day, and it's cool. Like, we couldn't do this without you guys watching, so it's just awesome that people want to kind of spend their day with us a little bit. And Jock Peterson with a diving catch in left field. Well, look out, guys. He can do what he's there to do. Let's clap for him. Yes, the pitcher clapping for him. Yes, because he did his job for once. For once, a miracle, but he did his job for once. Looks like he's looking in the bleachers. Hopefully someone's yelling that at him. I am not impressed by that play at all, and that's just the reality of it. Sorry. Maybe it's a little negative. Not impressed at all. Do not care. Jock Peterson, you should do that. You should do that. The problem is if you make that play, it's similar to when Javi bats. And I'm really not trying to be a dick, guys. Let me tell you where I'm coming from. Okay, so it's similar to when Javi bats, right? Sometimes when Javi comes up to the plate, Cubs fans get very frustrated because he will try to hit a home run. He swings like to the moon. I have a friend that's a Cardinals fan that even notices it. Like, it's just like everyone knows this about Javi. He's going to get up there. He's going to try to hit a home run every single freaking time, right? And it's fine when it happens, but a lot of the time we just need a base hit, right? And so I think Jock Peterson right there, it's like, cool, man. That's cool. You made a diving catch. How about the 3 times that you bobbled simple plays that, in my personal opinion, have led to actual runs? There's no one on base there. You're making a diving catch. Even if you didn't, that still might not even be a double because you got the center fielder circling around behind him. So it's like, yeah, you make some form of a hero play, which I don't even know that is that. But you got to make the simple plays. So that's where I'm coming from on that. But anyway, not trying to rant about that. You guys just want to know what's going on in the game. Top of the 8th. Counts 1-2. Brothers in pitching for the Cubs, by the way. I did not mention that when I came back. So 1 out, counts 1-2, top of the 8th. Cubs are down 3 runs. Huge shift over to the left side of the field right now. They've got a huge shift on over there left of the second base bag. So massive shift on, trying to see if we can get that. Brother's a lefty here pitching. And he's going to go ahead and come set. No runners on base. 1-2 count. And this pitch is going to be sort of a looping breaking ball for a ball outside. 88 miles an hour, kind of like a 12-6 curve, but just never broke into the strike zone. I mean, you know, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Sometimes it's just not going to break the way you want, right? Such is life. It's a life lesson that you can learn from baseball. Such is life. Sometimes it doesn't break the way you want. It's all right, though. Get another another chance at it. He goes ahead and gets that breaking ball, drop it in there for the strikeout. Batter's not happy, and I say, get your ass to the dugout. No one cares. It's a good call. It's a good call. That is a good call. You can see it on the K zone. Just barely hits the edge of the K zone. You know, on a breaking ball. Calls him out. Basically the same pitch. That was clearly where he wanted that last one to break into. It was clearly that same sort of right on the edge, right on the outside edge of the plate there. But great pitch. Strikeout there for Brothers, and 2 outs, top of the 8th. But the Cubs are still down 3 runs. You know, you got 2 innings left to make those 3 runs happen. Also, tie goes to the runner. That's the truth, right? Right? You get rewarded for giving it your all. There's a lesson to be learned in that. I like that. Here's Juan's Whiskies. I like that. Guys, if you're listening, just interacting with the chat a little, you know, having a little fun. Just interact with the chat. If you pop on to any of the apps that we're streaming on, you should be able to jump in the chat with us. And, you know, we'll just talk a little Cubs baseball. Just talk a little Cubs baseball, you know? Oh, that's good. Friday afternoon. Should be a good weekend, though. You got Cubs baseball all weekend. Like I said, Mike will be back tomorrow. And and Sunday as well. So good weekend for Cubs baseball. And that pitch is going to be a strike on the outside part of the plate. So 1-2 count now, top of the 8th. 2 outs. Cubs trying to get out of here unscathed once again. And really, it's kind of, it's tough. It's one of those situations. I don't think anybody thought the Cubs were going to win this game today by only scoring 2 runs. If you ask somebody what's the Cubs are going to win today, what's the final going to be? I don't know if anybody's thinking 2 runs. And that batter's going to ground out to short. Javi's going to throw him out there to end that inning. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 9th now. Cubs are going to come up to bat. They got 5 hits on the day. Leading off with Jock Peterson. He's 0 for 3 on the day when we come when the game comes back here. But I mean, really, that's what I think it comes down to. I think it comes down to the fact that if you asked a normal, casual, everyday fan, how much do you think, or what do you think the score is of that Cubs game today? Cubs are going to win. They're the favorite, right? Stevie bet because they're the favorite. I thought that was a great bet. I still do. And yet, I don't think anybody was thinking, 2 runs. So you're going to have to score more than 2 anyway. So let's see. Maybe these last 2 innings are the 2 innings to do it. I sure hope so. I absolutely hope so. Our boy Jock, yeah, he's coming. I know. He's, slowly. I'm curious to see what Mike has to say tomorrow. I'm curious to see what Mike has to say about Jock tomorrow. Because, I feel like I'm pretty low on him, and yet Mike might be lower on him. Mike might also not be, and so maybe he'll convince me to not think this way about him. But, man, we'll see. Diving catch and then a base hit to start the inning off, and we might start to move that needle back the other direction, but got to get that hit. Yeah, got to get that hit. Anyway, guys, here's the deal. We're on a little commercial break here. So I'm going to do a little commercial break myself for our sponsor over here. If you look over to this, nope, it'd be this direction there, outside of the box here. And if you're just listening at home, bottom left corner of my screen, I've got a logo for a company called Fiverr. Guys, if you're a small business owner or you work at a small business and you're looking at wanting to expand your operation in terms of maybe marketing or media, graphic design, or accounting, Fiverr's the place to go. Fiverr's the place to do it. And right now we have a promo code. So we're going to try to help you save some money. Not only by using Fiverr, because you will save some money there. You got a ton of talented freelancers on there, and they make things happen. They're able to really do some stuff that you might not be able to, and stuff that can really impact your small business. And I'm dead serious. I've used it myself. It's a great tool. The way the world's moving nowadays, guys, a lot of the services offered on Fiverr are really impactful for small businesses from day one. So go ahead, check out our promo code. We've got it linked in the description for this video, and pop on over to Fiverr and just check it out. Check it out. It's a pretty awesome service. So I use it myself. I love it. And anyway, back to the Cubs game here. Jock Peterson up to bat. Takes the first 2 pitches, both inside pitches, both for a ball. So 2-0 count right here, bottom of the 8th. No outs. Cubs are down 3 runs, so going to have to strike now. This inning and next inning. Going to have to strike. Pitcher sets. He's going to go ahead and deliver here. That pitch is hit to second base by Jock Peterson, and he's thrown out at first. He's pretty pissed about it. And no, actually he's not. He's just not even going to argue. And he just, okay. So that's what we're going to do there. All right. Jock Peterson. So he hits that ball out. Let's see the replay here. He's safe. He is absolutely safe. All right. This is going to be interesting now. Yep. Cubs are going to challenge, as they should. So he's going to be ruled safe, I would imagine. I think, that's kind of the conclusion I'm drawing from what I'm seeing here. So he should be ruled safe. Basically what happened, he hit the ball to the right side of the field. So he hit it to the second baseman. Second baseman was playing basically in the outfield, though. And so he was able to kind of handle it. Bounced off his glove, though, and that gave just enough time for Jock to get there. If he catches it clean, definitely throwing Jock out at first, but looks like he's going to get on base. So, all right. Diving catch, getting on base now. He's trying to turn things around. Phenomenal. That's not even a tie goes to a runner situation there. I mean, he's just there. I'm seeing the replay with my own eyes. You're probably seeing it at home. He's right there. It's going to be a rule to single. So Cubs should have a runner on first, one out. Or sorry, no, that out is because that's what they ruled. Yeah, so they rule him safe. So Cubs are going to have a runner on first here to start the inning. No outs, bottom of the eighth. Here we go. This might be it. This might be the little run we need. Not trying to jinx it, but runner gets on with the single. Start that inning, and you'll love to see it. Here we go, Jock Peterson. All right, Javi's up to bat now. If I know one thing about Javi, he's going to try to make some magic happen here, thinking this might be your last crack at it. So, I think he's going to give it everything he's got. Let's see what we got here. Tomlin pitching for the Braves. Javi with the bunt attempt, bunts it foul, and the catcher makes a ridiculously good play and gets him out. So Javi bunts straight up in the air. Catcher turns, makes a diving catch for the out there. You hate to see it. Man, that's tough. Yep. He goes for that bunt attempt and just pops it straight back. Catcher throws the mask off. Dives. Man, it makes honestly a beautiful play, but that is not what you need there. And I don't know. I know Javi swings it. I know he swings like a wild card half the time, but I think you got to let him swing the bat there. What's the plan there? You're going to bunt that guy over and try to get one here, and you've got a guy like Javi who, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that bunt attempt there. Trying to get something going, though. I get that. Trying to get something going, but don't know about that one right there. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Man, that's tough. That's a tough one. I don't know. It's kind of, I think the way you feel about that call probably shows your attitude towards baseball, right? To be honest. And I don't think it's wrong. I don't think, like, if you disagree with me, I'm not, like, what the hell do I know? I'm just watching this game at home, right? So I just think there maybe you let him swing the bat. But hindsight, right? What do they say about hindsight? Hindsight there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and try to, since we're going to a commercial here because the Braves are making a pitching change, I'm going to go ahead and try to get that I was going to play that video for you guys a little earlier, and then it didn't go. So let me just give that one more try here. Just want to give you guys a little chance to see one of our sponsors. So let's see if this works here. I guess not. Well, worth a try. Anyway, I'll get that sorted out for you guys in the future. No big deal. I think I actually know, if the production team is listening to me, I actually know what happened there, so don't worry about that. Anyway, so Braves are going to make a pitching change here. One out. Cubs got a runner on first. Just looking to make something happen. And you kind of need to make something happen at this point. Just looking to make something happen. And we'll see, right? We'll see. Gonna need to. So Braves are going to make a pitching change here. They got A.J. Minter coming in. Now, Minter has an ERA of over 7 this year. So yeah, that's great. Okay. All right. So they're throwing the guy in there. 7 games on the season, got an ERA of 7 as a reliever. Feel great about that. Yeah. All right. Well, giving us a favor, it feels like, but still going to have to take advantage of it. Jason Hayward up to bat. And the first pitch here from Minter, it's going to be a strike in there. 87 miles an hour. Pretty much right down the middle. Hayward just kind of watches it go by. 0-1 the count here. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Cubs have a runner on first, down by 3 runs. Down by 3 runs. So let's see. Let's see what Minter's going to go with here. Up in the count. Low 88 miles an hour for a ball. That'll bring the count to 1-1. Minter once again, ERA over 7 this season in 7 appearances. So I'm very pleased to see him come into the game right now. Jock Peterson taking maybe pretty good size lead there over at first. Jason Hayward's going to foul one off over there towards first. Decent lead off by Jock Peterson here. Cubs trying to make something happen. 1 out in the inning. Bottom of the 8th. First base coach just going to come over, whisper something in Jock Peterson's ear. First base coach with the gold chain on. Okay, Mr. Rope Chain. All right. Got to look good to coach good, too, I always say. 1-2 the count to Hayward. And that pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 95 miles an hour. 2-2 now the count. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Chicago Cubs with the runner on first, trying to threaten this 3-run Braves lead here if they can. Once again, Minter's going to set here. That's going to be a low ball there, so that's going to bring us to a full count here. Hayward, full count, 1 out. It's kind of funny to watch this game. There's 2 guys, Sogard on deck, by the way. There's 2 guys sitting right behind home plate. They're the only 2 guys you can see on the camera, like when the camera goes and shows, like the main shot right there. It's just these 2 guys sitting directly behind the plate. It's interesting. All those stands around there are obviously empty. And then, Hayward's going to foul the ball off over there towards the Cubs dugout. Looked like for a second there maybe there was going to be a play for the third baseman, but yeah, there definitely was not, as it kind of flies over there into the dugout. And looks like the reporter, dugout reporter caught that ball. There it bounced over to her. That's kind of cool. Give it to Tyler, though. If you guys aren't familiar, Tyler, my man's his first game. Looks like she threw it up in the stands to a kid. That kid tried to give it to another kid who's like, bro, I already got one. Apparently, there's not that many kids in the stands today. But Tyler's one of them. Tyler, a kid we were following earlier, first Cubs game ever. And made a sign and everything. We're trying to get him on the Jumbotron. Our Twitter team's been working on that. And as we kind of come to the end of the game here, let's see if we can make it happen. I'm excited to see. I've been on Twitter here in a little while, so I can just see if we can make that happen for old Tyler. So this pitch is going to be low and inside. Definitely a fucking terrible call. Hayward's going to let him hear it. And, that's a bullshit call. That's a very bad call. He strikes out looking on a ball that, just with the K zone, it's not there. The robot ump would never call that. And you guys, if you're familiar, you know how I feel about the robot ump. Kind of think it's probably time, but man, he missed it. He missed it. Part of baseball, but he missed it on that one. Hayward strikes out looking there. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, runner on first. A bunt attempt by Sogard. So, guys, 2 bunt attempts this inning. Apparently the Cubs don't feel like they've figured out these Braves pitchers in a way that I would have liked to see, to be honest with you. It's wild. You've got Sogard. Sorry, I keep fucking with this mic. I don't know why. But Sogard with a bunt attempt trying to get on base. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. It's not the type of confidence you want to see. He's going to foul that one off, so they'll make it 0-2 now. And 0-2 runner on 0-2 rather, runner on first. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. Cubs have Marisnik on deck, but I think those bunts are telling me all I need to know about where the coaching staff and Rossi are right now mentally, and that's tough. That's tough to see. Jock Peterson doing a terrible job of pretending he might possibly steal over at first base. And he's just going to watch that pitch go by for a strike 3. Sogard strikes out looking. Strikes out 2 looking. And that over 7 ERA, like, who was... Yeah. Yep. It's tough. It's tough. So we head to the 9th inning. So what's the solution? It's a good question. I think for me, the way I see it is, I think my worry is that when you take the bat out of these guys' hands with these bunt attempts and things like that, I understand that the offense isn't great, but I think that Rossi's trying to get something going, and I can understand that. But I think because the Cubs have the type of offensive firepower that they have, they have some guys who can hit. I don't think you want to send the message that you've got a guy like Javi Baez bunting. I don't think you want to send the message that you've got a guy like Sogard bunting just to try to move a runner, get on bit, just get a little momentum. I think you let him swing the bat. I think that builds confidence in the players. I think you let them swing the bat and work their way out of those types of slumps that a lot of these guys are in. I get it. I understand that there's a situation, right, where, yeah, but if a guy can bunt a guy over, he starts to get a little confidence or something, or maybe he bunts and gets on. But I think you get a lot of at-bats in a baseball season. So I say let him swing the bat. The only other solution that I can think of is like a radical, just really shake the lineup up for... I don't think you want to do that in the middle of a series necessarily, but, I think if this series doesn't go well, we'll see how Saturday and Sunday go, but I think if this series doesn't go well, you probably look to shake things up pretty dramatically. I understand it's early in the season. I do, but eventually it's not going to be. I just worry that if you're taking the bat out of guys' hands and having them bunt and stuff, that you're not showing a ton of confidence. And then, so I guess maybe I'm being hypocritical there, because then if you shake up the lineup that much, then obviously I'm just thinking aloud here, but if you shake up the lineup that much, that's obviously going to fuck with guys' confidence too. So I don't know. I guess if I, gun to my head, what do we do? Let these guys swing the bat, roll with them, let them work their own way out of these slumps. In this game in particular, that's all you can really do. You're going to have to get 3 runs in the 9th. So Justin Steele coming on, left-handed pitcher for the Cubs. He's pitched 2 innings this year, 2 1/3 rather. Looks like has not given up any runs in that 2 1/3. We'll see what he's got here. Goes ahead, starts us off 93-mile-an-hour strike up top, swing and a miss. And the Braves, Ozzy Albiez is 1 for 4 today. He had a double in the 7th, and this season batting 157 on the year as he has another swing and a miss there. 0-2 count now. So Albiez struggling a little bit this year. Steele, two nice pitches to start his outing today, and that's going to be a ball. 95 miles an hour high. Lets that one go. Doesn't take a swing at that one. 1-2 count here. Top of the 9th. Cubs really trying to avoid any damage here. And Steele's going to go ahead and plunk Albiez with that pitch there, and that's just not what you want to see there. He hit by pitch. He drills him. That was obviously a pitch that got away from him. That's not the type of thing I was talking about earlier. I was talking about if they're going to throw at your guys, you might have to retaliate. I'm not talking about that. That was, clearly that pitch got away from him, and you hate to see that. Pitch gets away from him, comes in there, and it looks like it hit him right on the inside of his back knee. So he's a right-handed batter. That's his right knee. It's that back. His right leg is that back leg in the batter's box, and hits him on the inside of that knee. Yeah, you hate to see that. You hate to see that. That was obviously just that the pitch just got away from Steele there and plunks him. Hopefully Albiaz will be all right. You don't want to see a guy get hurt, on something like that. But Steele not getting the ball where he needs to. So that would be what is that? Is that the 5th hit batter today, combined? Jeez. It's just, it's wild. I wonder if some of these younger pitchers that we're getting in the league, like they throw so hard, but by comparison to the guys that you used to have, but maybe that command is just not there always. Especially as these guys throw harder. I mean, Steele's just hitting 95 on the gun. He tries to go break him all. He just throws it into a guy's knee. That's tough. That's tough to see, but I think either way, it looks like he's walking that off, but I'm going to imagine they're going to go with a pinch runner here in the top of the 9th. So, going to have a pinch runner on first. No outs, top of the 9th. Cubs are down 5-2. And really just trying to make sure there's no more damage in this game. Want to give yourselves a chance to be able to come, score 3 runs in the 9th, which is not an impossible feat. Going to be harder, though, if you give up a couple runs. So, nonetheless, runner on first. No outs. Going to send the pinch runner out. It's a hefty fella. Don't know exactly why that's the move here. I'm assuming they play the same position. I'm going to guess. I'm just going to be real with you guys. If you're watching the game, you're not, if you're listening, not watching, my man that the Braves just sent out to pinch run, definitely not winning a foot race. I think like a wing eating contest, for sure. First place. You're looking at the first place. I mean, we're not even looking at the runner-up. Pablo Sandoval. Okay. All right. That makes sense. So if you're familiar with baseball, Pablo Sandoval going to pinch run. This has got to be the first time that's ever happened to him in his life. Phenomenal. Love to see it. The Panda over there at first base. Looking to maybe make something happen. He's not much of a threatening leadoff there from the Panda, especially against the lefty Steele here. But, geez. It's I know earlier I was complimentary of the bullpen guys because I was talking about how they lead the league in strikeouts for a bullpen, but I do not feel the same way right now. That ball's going to be hit to right field. There's a routine fly ball there. Jason Hayward makes the catch. 1 out, top of the 9th, runner on first. The Atlanta Braves are up 3 runs here, so really just want to mitigate that damage here as best you can. And try to see if you can get 3 in the 9th at home. Yeah, at Wrigley, this little Friday evening now. Like I said, we've kind of turned over to the evening. Hey, it's 5:00 in Chicago. Like I said, cheers. If you're, if you're in Chicago now watching the game, it's been a tough one, to be honest. It's been a tough one. Had a few moments like the Wilson Contreras homer, but here we sit down 3 runs, top of the 9th, 1 out, runner on first, and just trying to get back into the dugout without giving up another run here. 1-0 count, and Steele's going to go ahead and throw a fastball in there for a strike. 92 miles an hour on that one. So 1-1 the count here. And he's got the big rope chain too, like the first base coach did. So got to look good to play good. And Steele's going to go ahead and deal 92 mile an hour fastball. That's up top. Batter can't hit it. So swing and miss. 1-2 count here. Top of the 9th. 1 out. Runner on first. Yeah, I've been showing that Cubs dugout today a lot. Been showing like the coaches and stuff. I mean, they're talking about adjustments. The adjustments they've made haven't really worked. As that's going to be a ground ball to third. Great play to throw it over to second, get the first out, but can't get the double play on the turn and the throw to first. Just the batter just barely beats that out. So it's a ground ball there, third base. Bryant fielded it. Throws out Pablo Sandoval at second. And then on the turn, let's see this replay. Oh, that's an out. That's an out. Oh, that should have been called an out. Umps are struggling today. Laz Diaz, ridiculous big-ass strike zone last game. And then now today. Chicago Cubs are going to challenge it. They're probably going to, they're probably going to win this challenge. I don't think, unless there's some wild conspiracy, I'm pretty sure they're going to win this challenge here. That was pretty obvious. So probably headed to the dugout here. Going to head to the third inning. Yeah. And sorry about that, guys. We're back here. Yeah. So the umps get that one right. They call that out as they should. And here we go. So they call that out as they should. And Cubs are going to head to the bottom of the ninth, down 3. So we need 3 runs here. We need 3 runs. Stevie, we want Stevie to win his $200 for sure. Going to need 4 runs to do that. Though that last one could come in extra innings if need be. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Just the way the Cubs have been playing offensively. But here we go. Going to need 3. And I'm here for it on a little Friday evening with you guys. We're here for it. Here at the Fancast. We're here for it, absolutely. So, going to need 3. Should be a fun 9th, hopefully. I imagine we're going to see the Braves closer. And see what the Cubs can do. See what they can do. Anyway, guys, one final reminder here. If you're tuning in, want to tune into the Fancast this weekend, we'll have Mike on Saturday, Sunday. So that'll be, I want to say the Cubs, I think the game on Sunday is a night game. Tomorrow, I really don't know. I looked earlier in the week, and I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't looked again because Mike's got that one. I'm not 100% sure. You know what, let me just check real quick, though. All right, so tomorrow the Cubs are going to play at, 1:20, and then Sunday's 6:08. So 1:20 and then 6:08. So tomorrow, got the Cubs at 1:20, day game against the Braves here in Wrigley. You'll have Mike on for that one. And then Sunday evening, nice little Sunday evening baseball for the Cubs. You always like that. 6 p.m. start. I think that's a beautiful start time. I always like those 6 p.m. games. They're kind of nice on a Sunday. So, and Mike will be there with you guys for that one too. So we'll be able to bring you guys both those games as this weekend. So closing out this series against the Braves, Monday off, and then got whatever we saw earlier, 15 in a row or something like that. So that's it's going to be the time that we're going to want to start to turn things around here, because that's where things can start to slide. I know I'm optimistic, less than 10% of the season played so far, but those 15 games in a row or whatever it is a whole nother 10% of the season right there. So Cubs got to figure some of this stuff out. I'm not going to lie to you. Still feel bullish on the team this year, but going to have to start to figure some of these things out. Jake Marisnick, batting .250 on the year, is stepping in here. Played in 7 games this year. Marisnick, I believe he might have had a hit on Wednesday. He was another guy that stepped in. He stepped in on Wednesday. Him and Hayward, I think, were the only 2 that I remember having a hit there. But bottom of the 9th here, 1-1 count. Cubs need to score 3 runs. Need to score 3 runs to keep things rolling here. Bottom of the 9th. 1-1 count here. Pitcher sets. That pitch will be fouled off. Marisnick fouls that one off. Brings the count to 1-2 here. The Atlanta Braves going into this game sitting 5-8 was their record heading into this game. So they're kind of in the same boat as the Cubs right now, just trying to figure things out. Now, what they have going for them is they have Acuna going for them. And so offensively, they have a serious weapon. And I think if some of those other guys, and Marisnick's going to foul one off right there. I think as long as those other guys on that team are able to provide a little support offensively for Acuna, I think on that side of the ball, they're going to be okay. 1-2 count. Bottom of the 9th here. Pitcher sets. Gets Marisnick swinging, but drop third strike. And the catcher's going to throw him out anyway. Unfortunately, Marisnick gets thrown out first there on that drop third strike. Cubs start the inning with an out. First batter of the inning. Start off with an out there. There we go. 2 outs left. Need 3 runs. Got 2 outs to do it. Once again, firepower on this team. I mean, it does exist. It definitely does. We will see. All right. And that first pitch to Ian Happ's going to be outside. Ian Happ hitting from the right side of the box. That's going to be outside for a ball. 1-0 count, 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Ian Happ up to bat. No runners on. Cubs are down 3 runs. And that pitch is going to be in there on the far on the far outside portion of the plate there for a strike. That'll bring the count to 1-1 here. Bottom of the 9th. This is where we need something to happen. Got to get on base here. Catcher setting up outside again, but that one's going to be a little too far outside for a ball. 2-1's the count. Bottom of the 9th. 1 out. Ian Happ trying to get on base, make something happen at the top of this Cubs order. I'll be honest, this is the part of the order, that you're okay with in this type of situation, especially when you need 3 runs because you need to string together. You're unlikely to get those 3 runs in 3 batters. So having Happ in here and then going in the rest of that order, if he can get on base, as that's a ball, that'll bring that to a full count. So 3-2 count here, full count, 1 out, bottom of the 9th. If Happ can get on base here, you start coming to the meat of your order. And that's where you want to be if you're the Chicago Cubs. Here we go, full count. That pitch is fouled off. Straight back. Straight back. Sort of to where those 2 guys are, and they have moved. Kind of wonder if they were moved or if they chose to move out from those seats right there behind home plate. Ian Happ trying to get on base here. Full count. He's going to foul that one off. That was a low breaking ball. Nowhere near the strike zone. He swings, tips it. Keeps this at bat alive. Full count here. Bottom of the 9th. 1 out. Need a hit here. Really, realistically. Gotta have a hit here, realistically. Jason Hayward watching from the dugout. And this pitch to Happ is going to be low for a ball. He gets on first. Here we go. Gets on first there. It's a nice long at bat. Smith pitching for the Braves. Looking a little disgruntled because they didn't give him the ball back fast enough. That, to me, feels like a sign of stress. Getting a little short with the catcher and the ump about throwing him the ball back. A little bit of, looking a little stressed right now, I'll be honest. Smith looking a little stressed. I was right. Looking a little stressed up there. Wilson Contreras coming up to bat, too. Hit by pitch in the first. Solo home run. And he also has a single on the day. Sitting the ball well today. He's playing well. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Cubs with the runner on first base. First pitch, and Contreras is going to foul that off to down the third base line there. Wilson Contreras. That home run, we got pumped on that one. I was pretty pumped. He took that thing deep as hell. Bounced it off the top of the bleachers out there and left center, really. 0-1 count to Contreras. And he's going to take that one deep but foul. And he absolutely clobbered that one, just unfortunately foul down the third baseline. He absolutely got every piece of that. Look, very similar to the pitch that he hit out in the first, not in the first inning, sorry, but that on that homer. 0-2's the count here. That one's in the dirt. Did that hit him? Looks like maybe it bounced first. Contreras shins just getting beat up today. I think he took that one. That one looked like maybe off the foot. He got hit in the shin earlier when he was catching. He was sliding all over. It was on Waveland. Yes. Yeah, it was. And he's going to swing and a miss on that pitch there and strikes out. Contreras strikes out there. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. Runner on first for the Cubs. Believe Rizzo's coming to bat. Yep. So Anthony Rizzo will come up here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Gonna need to put the bat on the ball here if the Cubs are gonna get something going. Anthony Rizzo 1 for 3 on the day. And that's a breaking ball right over the middle of the plate. Rizzo doesn't swing. Looks like it kind of froze him up there for a second. By the time he realized maybe he should have swung, it's a little too late. 0-1, the count. Runner on first here. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Cubs down 3 runs here as that is a ball outside. They're down 3 runs here. Need to get something going here. But this is the part of your order that you want to do it, right? I believe you're going to have Rizzo, Bryant, Baez. So that's exactly who you want here in the bottom of the 9th to give you an opportunity. But I tell you what, when you got Rizzo right there just watching a fastball go by for a strike, it's tough. Happ steals second, though. No throw even down to second. So he steals second. Runner in scoring position now. That's good. You want to see that here in the 9th. Rizzo can put the bat on the ball. A base hit probably will score Happ. That's a ball outside. It's another 94-mile-an-hour fastball outside. So that brings the count to 2-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Rizzo looking pretty calm there in the batter's box, though. He's been in these situations before. Just looking to make contact. Like I said, a base hit, probably going to score a run. Smith sets. And that pitch is way outside, 93 miles an hour for another ball. So it's the situation everybody waits for, right, when you're a kid. Full count, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. You got a runner in scoring position. You got dogs barking in the background. It's what we're here for. They're fired up too, just like this guy in the stands clapping his glove. I mean, he's fired up. We're all fired up here. This is it. This is for the game right here. Full count, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. You've got a guy up that you'd want up. Let's see what he can do. Oh, man. A little tense here. And the pitch is low for a ball. So Rizzo will go ahead and head on over to first base. And now the tying run comes up to bat. Old Chris Bryant. So good old Chris Bryant's going to come up to bat here with a chance to tie this game. Got a couple homers to start this year. I mean, a K-bomb right here will tie this thing up. We'll be getting crazy. Unfortunately, Chris Bryant 0 for 4 on the day. 2 strikeouts, a ground out. However, hasn't faced Smith yet. So let's see. Let's see what we got. Cubs with a runner on first and second. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. Let's see what we can get here. Chris Bryant, tying run, coming up to the batter's box. That first pitch is going to be low. It's called a strike. K-Zone says no way in hell. I say no way in hell. And yet the ump says a strike. So, okay. That's where we're at there. Chris Bryant's career against Will Smith. He's 0 for 5, 5 strikeouts. That is not ideal at all, guys. He's been walked once. That is not what you want to see there. Fuck. All right, well, let's see. Always time to turn a streak like that around. That one's down in the dirt. Looks like the runners will stay where they're at, so that's a ball. I'm going to check for a check swing there, and they say no. First base ump says no. So it seems Smith has had Bryant's number really in his career here. It'd be a nice time to change that around, wouldn't it? Let's see. 1-1 the count. Bottom of the 9th. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. And that's going to be a low ball. Let me go ahead and close this door, guys. Didn't know if some of that audio was coming out from out there. All right. So you got Chris Bryant up to bat. 2-1 count, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Chris Bryant standing there in the batter's box. And he's going to watch another ball go by. So here we go. 3-1 count, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Might get something to swing at here. These are the type of situations. This has turned into a very interesting game very quickly. 3-1 count, 2 outs. Big lead over there at first for Rizzo. A little bit of a small lead at second. And this pitch is going to be a ball. He walks him again. Bases loaded now. Bases loaded as Jock Peter. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Guys, come on. Seriously? This is what it comes down to. Guys, this is it. This is what it comes down to. It's the moments like these. This is why we do the fan cast. This is it right here. So you got Jock Peterson coming up to bat. Bases loaded. A grand slam would win this game, first of all. Let's just get that out of the way right now. Be a walk-off home run. Jock Peterson coming up to bat. Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded. Cubs are down 3 runs. 2 outs in the game. Jock Peterson coming up to bat. I don't know why I thought it was Javi. So yeah, Jock Peterson stepping into that left side of the batters, or that left side of the plate here. 1 for 4 in the day, had a single in the 8th. On the season, batting 122. That first pitch is low. First pitch is low for a ball. 1-0 count here. This game has gotten very interesting very quickly. And yet, right now, it hangs on Jock Peterson. And I think we all know how I feel about that. 1-0 the count here. Smith deals. Another low one. Breaking ball really low. I mean, really, he's clearly not trying to give him anything, too fat, but those breaking balls are looping at this point. If he leaves one of those, it could be showtime. 2-0 the count, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Cubs are down by 3 runs, but the bases are loaded here. And Jock gives that one a hell of a swing. Whiffs on it, though. 2-1 the count. Yeah, he just 94 miles an hour low in the zone. I think he saw it. He just whiffed on it. I mean, just right underneath the ball. Looked like he was maybe trying to take that one out. Just kind of went right under the ball there. 2-1's the count. And 93 right over the middle of the plate. Swing and a miss by Peterson. That one was right there as well. Looks like he might have went under that one too. Trying to take it out. Just need to make contact on that. Right over the middle of the plate. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth. Bases loaded. Cubs are down by 3 runs. And Jock Peterson under pressure here. Is this why he came to Chicago for moments like this? Fouls that one off. 94, right? Once again, kind of right over there, right in the middle of the plate. Just fouls that one off. All right. Well, 2-2 is the count here. Smith sets. Catcher's low and away. And the breaking ball low and away. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jock Peterson can't get a fucking hit. Are you kidding me? And you knew it was going to be him. It's been all day. It's been all day with this guy. And you knew it was going to be him. You just knew. You just knew. See, this is it. Yeah. Yep. It's exactly what we thought would happen. So, there we go, guys. Let me just turn here so you guys can see me. That's all she wrote for the Cubs today. Jock Peterson can't get anything done. In my mind, lost us the game. Single-handedly, like a buffoon. And, there's no love lost there. I mean, this guy, like a joke. Absolutely, yes. In the comments. Yep, I agree. He's an absolute joke. Ridiculous. And you just knew that dude is going to get killed in the Chicago sports media. And he, at this point, I mean, it's going to be warranted. I'm not saying he deserves to get killed in the media. I'm just saying he does, like, it's going to happen, though. It's not unreasonable. Not saying he deserves it. I'm just saying, like, man, maybe he does. But, yeah, he will get them next time. I imagine he will not. Because he's a bum. And I don't, you know what? The reality is maybe he will. But, I mean, today was a joke for that guy. It's kind of the story of the game today, right? The story of the game today is Jock Peterson did not live up to his end of the bargain, and the Cubs offense still struggling a little bit. So looking to bounce back tomorrow. I will absolutely be tuning in, guys. Here's the deal. Mike will be on. I believe that start is at 1:20 Central Time. And then also Sunday night, Mike will be on. That's a 6:08 start Central Time. So thank you. Liked and subscribed. Love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. We all do here at Fancast. And if you guys could just, if you like what we're doing here, go ahead and share it. Hop on Twitter, hit that retweet. But we'll be back tomorrow afternoon to watch some more Cubs baseball and to watch Jock Peterson freaking stink it up. What a guy. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll see you guys next week.